Hi, I'm Justin Jensen, and welcome to my channel. Make your life count. We only get so many trips around the sun. Enjoy your loved ones. Love your life and perfect your life. Be with people who inspire you. Take time to smell the roses. Know when you're in the good times of life, life can end at any moment. Hello, my people. I'm trying to get up here. How's everyone doing? Starting a little bit later today. Been busy. Thank you. Yes. Thank you guys. Well, it's kind of like it is a new intro. I guess I'm going to use it. But it's kind of like remember the good times when you're having them. And because, at the end there was a murderer, right? And a flat heart beat, which just means you're gone. Either way, one of these days, hopefully later than sooner, we're not going to be here. So enjoy the good times. Know when you're in the good times and celebrate them. So it's good to see everyone. Elle's going to join me shortly. I don't have really much planned today. I've been working a lot, so on other things. That's exactly right, Sue. Thank you guys. Oh, I needed to thank, hold on, let me find it. I needed to thank Allie79. Thank you so much. She bought something off of my Amazon wish list, and I just appreciate it. She bought me this lovely essential oil diffusers. It's lovely. So thank you so much. And the on-air sign, another person bought me that. So thank you. So we need to thank Crystal and her family, which are, I think I've thanked everyone else. The McKesser family, thank you. And Crystal, yeah. Okay. I think that's everything. So, yes. So, Elle should be here shortly. You should search Dre on Amazon. Her lust is very telling, in my opinion. Really? Okay. I'll do that. So for those of you that don't know, yesterday was it yesterday or was it the day before? God, I can't remember. I don't see the link. Oh, I emailed it to you, but I'll just drop it for you right now. Hold on. Here we go, L. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I can't remember. Everything's been so jumbled with this. Dre did not show up. It was 2 days ago. Okay. Seems like yesterday to me. Yes, it's new, Airsun. Sorry if I look at the chat. I'll never get through a word, guys. There's my L.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that camera. My daughter was in here earlier.
That's okay. Was it 2 days ago was the court date?
I think so.
See, you can tell we're YouTubers. We have no idea of time.
I know. I think so. It was the third. It was the third. Yeah, 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dre did not show up for court, right? Big Red, we are not taking anyone up here at the moment. So when you drop the link later, you're welcome to come up. Didn't show up for court. They rescheduled it for October 4th. Is that right?
Either 4th or 6th. One
4th
of the
or 6th,
two.
yeah. I can't remember. Maybe it was the 6th. And that seems like a long time away to me.
It does. Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure Molly will crawl out of her bed at some point and join us.
She's getting her some much needed rest, hopefully.
She was alive until like 5 o'clock this morning.
Oh, poor Molly. The 6th, yeah, 10/6, Judge Reeves. That's when it was rescheduled, and that's who's going to be the judge over it. 10/6.
Brittany says, Justin, tell Molly to go back and watch her last live stream. There is a hand that rubs Andrea's back. Someone is there with her. Once that hand rubs her, she looks in that direction. You know something? Yeah, Molly had a party going on. That's true. Did anyone else see that hand?
I don't even know what video they're talking about.
I was going to say, if you know what video it is, then, I'll see if I can find it and play it. Selena, oh my God. Selena said it was Vaughn. Big Red, honey, we're not taking anybody up here at the moment. So, Chrissy's hand. Hold on. 1 second. The cup is leaking. I fell asleep during Molly's live. Was it on Jezebel's video? I don't know. It's I've always wondered if there was or is someone else, but we don't have any evidence to say that there is, to be fair. Big Red, listen, this is the third time I've kicked you from the studio. You have to come back later, hun. You come back again, I'm gonna have to block you. Now, when I drop the link in a little bit, you're welcome to come up then.
I'm so sorry you had to drop the link. I didn't see it in my inbox. But okay. It may be in my spam or something. But my bad. I'm sorry, Big Red.
The one from 12 hours ago? I'll play it. Let me go see.
Thank you, Sammy. I use this. Everybody always asks me what I use for my hair. I keep it in my studio now. It's Lange, marula oil. Everybody always asks me about my hair. Like, what do I use in my hair? And it's marula oil from Lange. I think that's how you say it. And I use their shampoo and conditioner marula oils too.
I use this something elixir. It's like $40 a freaking bottle, but it lasts a long time.
You have really nice hair. I like your hair. It almost like the way it like Polly D, like.
Mine's dyed, fried, and laid to the side. All right, Big Red, you're gone. Sorry, honey.
Did she try to come back up again?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like 4 or 5 times. Let me see if I can play Molly's. See which one they're talking about. Said, 12 hours ago. Huh. Let me know. Is this the one, people?
Around, and the dogs are barking because they see, like. I have been using my voice a lot, but I also was really stressed. So stressed. It's just simple.
What? What's bull?
Taraz, can you wait, please? I need a moment right now. If you need something, please ask your sisters. Not right now.
Wow.
Just pisses me off. Yeah, it cooled off. I needed to go to Lowe's, but I couldn't.
Aww. Why?
His behavior was something else.
Oh, really? Honest. You, my dear, are not. And I am so glad that these people have clipped your videos. Aww. Why?
Love Molly's commentary.
You have a child that's a little outspoken and a little too honest about what's going on in that house, and that doesn't fit the show that you want to put out. I got it.
Please just ignore him.
Ignore him. You don't give him a blanket, right? You give him a cushion to use as a blanket as you put a 7-year-old boy in a diaper. He puts devil horns on you. He asks if you love him or not, right? You treat him like shit. You deny him food. And then you argue with him. These people have clipped your videos, and I hope they are totally used against you.
I'm so embarrassed, honestly.
You should be embarrassed.
Look at that little hand. Y'all saw it? Was it Raza's hand?
Used against you.
I'm so embarrassed, honestly.
You should be embarrassed.
There it is. I don't. Very the tip of some fingers. I think that would be like a kid hand, maybe. What do you think, Justin?
I think it's a kid hand.
I love that. I love it. But if that would have to be Raza's hand, which means she's sitting there talking about Raza in front of Raza.
Mm-hmm.
That breaks
never
my
ceases
heart.
to amazes me.
If somebody said that Raza asked, "Do you love me, mommy?" and that, I just wish I could be like, "I love you." Like, I don't even know you, but like, I would literally bring you into my home and like love you so much. That's so sad that he asked his mom.
You know, there's so many kids out there.
It's very sad.
It is very sad. It is very sad. So yeah, someone sent me a it's another video, and I think it's different, of Vaughn having a seizure. And because the other one looked like it was of nighttime, like when they were in the bed, and she deleted this one. She's recently deleted it. We do know that she is online. She is making videos with a very, very select few people.
That's what I was told as well, that there's just a very few people in there.
Yes. She is watching everything. All of us.
Hey, Dre.
Hey girl, how you doing? You wanna come up? You're welcome
Want
to.
to grab a link? Take a link.
Take a link, sis. I haven't seen a diaper video. A diaper video.
Well, there's a video of Raza sleeping in the camper, and he's
Yes.
7 and he's still in a pull-up. So there was a lot of people kind of questioning what's going on.
Yes.
I'm a mom of 6 kids, and I know kids do their thing. They can go at their own pace.
Yeah.
But usually a child in a pull-up at 7, there's an underlying issue. I'm not knocking the baby for
Sure. Of course.
I think a lot of the reason why people are saying it is they're wondering, is there an underlying issue that's causing him to be in a pull-up at 7 years old? It's nothing to Justin, I love your face when you said you want to come up.
That's what I was saying then. Thank you. Like, I hope it, like, maybe he just wears it because maybe she just puts it on him because he has these sporadic accidents. I hope it's something like that. You know what I mean? Because I can't imagine a kid wearing a pull-up at 7
Right.
and doing this like on a nightly or a bi-nightly basis.
Right.
Because that seems, again, like there's some deeper reasoning there. He could be a deep sleeper. Yes, Novel. That's true. Thank you, RB. He wets, I just hope and pray. Yes. Now, Martha, yes. Of course, if there's like autism or something like that, of course, that's a totally,
Exactly.
But
Yep.
again, there's a lot of people that has autism and they are not diagnosed until they're adults.
Yep.
And they just always, they just weren't diagnosed.
Someone said, and I don't know this. This is the first time I've ever seen it. Somebody said a while ago that Dre said a long time ago that he was diagnosed with autism. But as crazy as she was about doctors and vaccinations and things such as that, I wonder if I've never heard anyone say that she has said that. And because I know that she didn't like taking them to the doctor, I would wonder if she would go through that process of having him diagnosed.
Brandy makes a good point.
She's
giving him that sleepy tea and stuff and all that. Maybe she's knocking him out and he just pees the bed.
Mm-hmm.
That could be
very true.
Allegedly something.
Right.
That's actually a good point. She calls it knockout tea. I need a fan. I have a fan on me and I have an air conditioner blowing in my face at all times.
Oh my goodness, I can't stand to be cold.
I can't stand to be hot. I used to be cold all the time.
I am. I'm cold all the time.
Now I'm fat and I can't help it. I gotta have a fan. Just the way the world works. It's just the way it works. So, sorry, I just got something.
My son was diagnosed with autism, I think, when he was 5. But you have to go through you have to go through steps. Like, it wasn't just taking him to the doctor and saying, well, this is what happens.
Right. And you walk out and you say, but the diagnosis.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's not what happened. We went to the pediatrician. The pediatrician actually kept us in the office or in the room for like an hour, just kind of watching him. Obviously talking to me, but the reason she kept me in there that long was just to see how he reacted. And then we were sent to the city, to a bigger hospital where they had different types of doctors that spoke with him, spoke with me. spoke with us separately, and it was over a time period where they was like, yeah, he is autistic. Yes, I love your own air sign. When I came in, I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. We're not trying, I don't think we're trying to put anyone in the same box. We were saying there could be a variety of reasons. Because the thing is the one time we brought up the diaper issue, which we didn't, somebody in the chat said, look, he's 7 and he's wearing a diaper. And we read it, we got like a little bit of heat. And they're like, so what? There could be reasons, you know? And we're like, yeah, no, we know that there could be reasons. One reason would be, you know, a deep sleeper would be a reason, you know? So we're not saying, we're not putting anybody in a box or the same box as anyone else. There's just a ton of reasonings why one could wear a diaper at 7. But someone did say something earlier that I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. He's being raised by his 2 sisters, you know? So, I mean, maybe they're struggling to potty train him. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, I was muted talking. I apologize.
Were you?
Yeah. They're dabbing away.
I didn't even notice. Well, I'm sorry if I interrupted you.
No, you didn't interrupt me at all. I was looking for this video, and it's a hard one to watch. I'm not going to lie. It's with Vaughn, and it's a seizure. Okay. And I think, are those poor children staying in the care until October court date? Yes, but you know, we have to be. This is the thing. I'm sure there's been a lot of CPS calls. I myself have not called or anything like that, but I know there's been a lot of people that's called, apparently. If CPS has already been there, then they've made the determination of whether they're okay or not, right? That's on them for now. So let's just trust the process.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to. I mean, and this is the thing. Maybe she has changed their diet a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe this has pushed her to change it. Maybe this
Right.
is the push that she needs to say, you know what? I don't want to lose my kids, so I need to do better, and I cannot be giving them stuff, you know?
Exactly. Yes. Molly will show up at some point. She'll crawl out of her bed and open one eye and look at her phone. And
I'm
say,
here.
Oh, Justin and Elle are there. So this video that we're going to play, trigger warning. Trigger warning. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it was deleted. But we got it. It's very hard. Thank you, Denise. Loving your sweet, soothing voice and compassion for others. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I hate how she whispers. Why are you whispering, Dre? You're normally loud.
Right. Like, what's the deal?
You can tell she's in a state of panic here. Like, she's not
happy
mentally. He's not good. He's not good. We're going to pray. So tired, and I told her seizures they were at 48 minutes apart. She times them. I'm gonna find I've got on mute. Shit. Sorry.
Yeah, I just thought you were just gonna read it to us. I was like, okay.
No.
He's not good. I just hope this doesn't backfire. Drink some tea. Yeah, I need to.
I've been taking so much kava, and I've
taking
been
so much kava, and I've really been calm.
really calm. Thank you for saying that,
you for
Mary.
saying that,
I think
Mary.
it's more than kava. It gets really graphic.
I'm gonna take some
I'm going to take some guy.
I'm like really calm, but I know it's Jehovah.
But I know it's Jehovah and the all natural meds I'm taking. Ugh.
Can you pause it for a second?
Sure, of course.
What's always in the water? Every time I see her turn like the water up, there's like these little seeds in there or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pulled it back just every time. I've seen her drink out of like jars like this, and there's always like little.
I'm like really calm, but I know it's
I've never noticed that.
It's always like little pieces in there. It's lime. Oh. Okay.
It's what?
It's lime. They said it's like lime seeds, I guess, from her maybe squeezing lime in there or something. But watch, it's always in the bottom. Like you see.
Oh. Yes. It's the key lime juice. So she drinks the key lime or the lemon. They don't look like chia seeds to me, because chia seeds are very, very, very tiny, and they're kind of.
So I'm taking kratom.
Chia seeds are darker. Looks like. I've actually taken chia seeds, and they're slimy when they get wet.
What do they do? What's the benefits of it?
I think it's got like omega in it, and it's good for like your digestion. Yes. Someone just put
Moringa seeds.
someone. I know she takes a lot of those too.
So
it's been 43 minutes. It's been.
I think it's 43. It's been almost 20 minutes.
It gets louder here in a little bit.
I need to wake him up to get
Almost 20 minutes. I need to wake him up and give him more. Graphic, guys. Dre, take him to the damn hospital.
I'm putting valerian root.
I'm putting valerian root essential oil under his nose.
Thank you. I notice it does calm him down. It's been such a long night. Seizure after seizure.
It's been such a long night. Seizure after seizure. Shame on her.
Down exactly the times. Been writing down the times that I've given him medication and the times that he's had.
I just got to say something because I'm fired up right now.
Mm-hmm.
If he had seizure after seizure, seizure after seizure, and she's giving him this stuff, why? Obviously, it's not working.
Right. Yes.
Obviously. Clearly, it's not working. And can you imagine how he had to feel days after these seizures. For days. That's
Right.
exactly right.
That's terrible. And I wonder when he comes out of this and he finds out that she put him on social media like that, like I would be devastated if I was him. But he probably didn't feel like he could say much.
Okay. Thank you, Mother Trucker. I mean, well, of course he couldn't say much because he didn't have a phone. He didn't have
Right.
a car. He didn't have any money. You know, it was at her mercy and her discretion.
Discretion, yeah.
Gemini, you're exactly right. She used him just as like something in a lab.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
Seizures. The cayenne pepper's not stopping him. I don't know why, but it's really frustrating. It's so hard to see him this way. It sucks. It sucks.
Then do something about it.
That's exactly
I'll
right.
say a prayer, yeah. I was praying with the children, but they've gone to bed.
Thank you, Cooking with Miranda. She is timing it, and it's been 43 minutes since the last one. Doesn't have another one until she gives him something. Yeah. Can you? I mean, I thank God I've never had a seizure in my life that I know of. But I can only imagine after having a seizure being washed down with fire, pepper,
Exactly.
and this shit oil under your nose. Thank you for that. Clearly not working, Dre. And who does this? Who does this?
I might not close my eyes because I really want to watch him.
So later we're going to talk about another kind of Dre McCrae,
Jehovah, Heavenly Father,
whose
we come before you.
she filmed
Upon your
her
lofty
husband's seizures,
throne,
another one
approaching
similar
you,
to Dre
asking
McCrae,
and begging for your Holy
and
Spirit
did
to
it on
give me
social
awake
media
early.
as sympathy.
Jehovah,
Oh, wow.
please guide me and show me the way in which I need to treat on. I really feel like giving him more medicine is the way to go. So Jehovah, please bless my effort in doing so. Jehovah, help this valerian root to calm his mind and his body. Help it to calm his brain.
How anyone
Help the
can
healing
defend
not to
this
take
woman
effect.
is
It's
beyond
the
me.
same thing they
It's
give him at
beyond
the
me.
hospital. So Jehovah, please help his body to absorb it. Please help his body to react to the medication and calm down. Jehovah, give me strength to continue to get through this. It's been such a long night. I will do anything and everything I can to take
Uh,
care of him.
Kava is a
I
root
need your
that comes
guidance.
from the South
I need
Pacific,
you to
like
show me
Hawaii.
the best
And
way
K comes
to
from
take care
Indonesia,
of
and
this,
it's a tree leaf
this
grown
heart.
in
Help
Indonesia
his
and
blood
Malaysia, those
sugar
areas.
calm down. Whatever it is that's making his body react, please, please help us. Jehovah. 48, so it's been 23 minutes since his seizure. I'm gonna try to wake him up.
Why not just let him rest? You know, if he's not seasoned and he's asleep, why is she going to try to wake him up?
Exactly.
I
She
imagine
wants
his.
to give him fire down his throat with that stuff. Thank you, Michelle. Welcome to membership. I appreciate it very much. Watch this.
Ignore my bed all coming apart.
This has to be heart wrenching for the kids because they're there 24/7. They don't
Right.
go to school. Thank you, Mama Dawn. She didn't tell him in the car video you showed of the next day. She told him her supporters helped her, but he wasn't on the video. He didn't know anyone saw or heard this.
No way. So he didn't know that they could hear him?
Had no idea. Thank you, Sue. Vaughn always had them back to back, never just one. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, LeBlue. Listen to when she tells him it's the last seizure. How does she know that? Good question. Good question. Thank you, Francie. I saw a video from Crime Watch in the hospital. He was at, they made her leave and told her she can't return, so she made Vaughn sign himself out. That is, yep. Absolutely. If it's too much, please come back at another time. You just see the bed move, the mattress. I mean, to me, this warrants the police looking into.
I would absolutely think so. Oh, yeah, I would definitely think so.
The night Marissa and I went live at 3 o'clock in the morning, Dre was on another channel. And she said, "Oh, it was actually more than 9 seizures."
And laughed about it.
Laughed, mortified.
Yes. Molly needs a
Mortified.
link.
Oh, Molly's here! Yay!
Yeah.
Here she goes, trying to stuff this down him. Ugh. Do I know the date of this video? No. I'm sure someone in the chat does. Thank you, Lisa Lulu. Remember, Arizona is the same state that let Alex, I was thinking the same thing. Alex Cox, Lori Daybell get away with murdering Charles Vallow, and they didn't even investigate. That's true.
Yeah.
Hello, Miss Golightly.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hey,
We are
Miley.
good.
What's
How?
going on?
It's going.
See, this video right here. Ouch.
Oh my goodness.
Is
It's a
she going to
lot.
sit here? How is she going to explain this?
Baby Bond, hey baby, I need you to take this medicine, as he's seizing over and over.
I don't know. We have to ask a medical professional. Is that a crime? Is that a crime? Just to kind of like, cut the crusts off the bread and get to like the good part. Like, instead of like, pulling and dragging this all out, we have to look at these videos and really have some professionals in here that are medically and, by the law trained. It is what she's doing. We all know it's morally wrong, unethical, but is it illegal? That's what we need to start talking about. And I know that the topic is Dre not showing up for court. I didn't think that she would.
Crime against health and safety.
I mean, speculation is one thing, but we can't just guess.
Right.
Hold on. Do you want me to try and call the doctor next door?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to call her next room. Okay. All right. Hopefully she's there. It is a crime? Hello, doctor. How are you?
Hello.
I have one question to ask you. Remember when I was outside and I was speaking to you, your husband, and your brother about that gentleman that hung himself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right now we're live and we're watching a video where the man has on video that she recorded, and he had 8 seizures in one day. And in this video, she never calls 911 and she gives him Ativan. And is it a crime to not call 911 and just try to treat him with Ativan?
Over and over again, he's had over 8 seizures.
Treatment. So if he had a history of known seizures, they do use benzos as a treatment. So patients know what to give themselves at the time of a seizure.
Unconscious.
And then if it gets to a certain level or a certain dose, then you need to call 911. But patients and their families that have seizures are pretty equipped for taking care of like seizures at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think she gave him Ativan in this
Well,
video,
Sean
did
said
she?
it's not a crime to be an idiot too. So.
Oh, so it's not a crime to be an idiot. All right. And I love that your husband's agreeing.
What if the Ativan was obtained illegally?
What if the Ativan's obtained illegally?
Oh yeah, that actually Ativan is not even the drug of choice. It's diazepam. It's Valium.
Valium.
Yeah.
Lorazepam, I believe.
Yeah,
No, for
what?
seizures.
Lorazepam.
Lorazepam?
Diazepam is too long acting. You don't want to give that.
I think you give both. You can use either. So using that is actually gave the adequate treatment, But if he was seizing over and over again, and he got to a point where she. Is this Princess? No, this Marissa was asking about the guy who was like.
She was giving him peppers, and
so yeah, I mean, she didn't do the wrong treatment. I
Right.
can't really say if it was a crime. It's not a crime to give Ativan for seizures. It's actually the appropriate treatment. But if she was
Thank
getting
you,
it
Frank.
illegally, I don't even know how you get it illegally. but
She lives by the border. She lives by the border of Mexico. So she was she was able to obtain Xanax and a plethora of different things. And another thing is she believed that it was good to put not
Cayenne pepper.
paprika, red
Cayenne pepper.
cayenne pepper in his mouth while he was seizing.
Is that a quack's treatment? I don't know. You shouldn't be putting anything in the mouth because you can inhale it and you can aspirate on it, and that could get very serious.
Wow.
So ideally, if somebody has a seizure at home, you try to turn them on one of their sides so they don't aspirate even on their own saliva. And paprika would actually generate more saliva. So I don't know if you should be doing that. Your mouth too. Yeah, you actually try to clear the mouth.
Wow. So clear the mouth. Okay. Say that again, sir?
Or just not put anything in it, just because if it depends on like how serious the seizure is. But if it's generalized and you lose consciousness, you don't know what's going to happen. So
yeah, he's unconscious in this one video.
He's had over 9 seizures in her
So we're at the 9th seizure. She's sitting in the bed and she's telling him to drink something, and he's out.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like she's just stupid.
She's just stupid.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, but the other thing is if there's a known history of seizures in somebody, like families really know what to do and when to call for help. Sure. So if she was just waiting there and waiting for him to wake up,
I don't know. You can't really see intent too, because people are also stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's hard because I don't know. I wasn't there and I wasn't watching her, but it doesn't sound like. It sounds like either she could be stupid, and I really don't know why she was putting paprika in her mouth.
Okay.
That's something I'm really not sure.
So what would you guys do if you had a patient in the ER or someone that was in a coma, and you caught them bringing onion soup into the hospital and trying to feed it? How did they try to feed it to him? Do you guys know how they?
A patient that is in coma?
Or the patient family bring the soup in for the patient in coma?
Just the wife. The wife cut off the parents and family from seeing him. And and anytime they got to see him, she would move him to another hospital. And we have videos of her being very demeaning towards hospital staff, doctors, things like that.
Well, we're both doctors, so that's very common.
Oh, it's common. Oh, very, very nice. What a way to show your respect, right? What a way to show respect.
No, yeah,
jokes. Respect you get almost 50-60% of the time. People are just not kind to us.
Yeah, we make jokes and everybody's demeaning, but the whole moving the patient to a different hospital when the parents come in is kind of strange.
Trying to get control over this.
Yeah, it's not illegal, but it definitely sounds like control.
Yeah.
Ah. Wow.
Yeah, but the onion soup part, to answer your question, I mean, she can get anything she wants for the family, but if the physicians are saying that the patient cannot eat because he's obviously obtunded or in a coma, then you can't feed a patient technically.
No, they'll stop you.
Yeah.
They will stop you.
A patient
Okay.
that is usually in coma should have an NG tube to feed them through tube feeds.
Yeah, you can.
So we have another video where she believes that she can cure anything. So she records herself saying that she's going to connect with him by putting her saliva all over his face, forehead, and his neck. Does that help?
she's delusional. I think something's wrong with her.
I mean, again, this is there's no validity behind connecting with somebody and putting saliva over the face. This is extremely odd behavior. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think she needs. Well, I think she might need help too.
I don't
Thank
know.
you, Jeanette.
There's so many
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Right. Now, are both of you medical doctors and the brother's a psychiatrist?
No, my husband is Sean. My husband is a psychiatrist and I'm a medical doctor.
Okay. And your brother's the medical doctor as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Because I was trying to figure, I really thought Sean was a psychiatrist. So that's actually really, really good. Okay. So is it possible, Sean, in your opinion, that a woman who has pretty much everything going for her, but goes on a diet of an alkaline vegan diet and relies on kratom and what's the flower it's called?
Passion flower.
Passion flower and starts
Kava,
and
valerian root.
valerian root and does it to her children ages 7 through 12. Yeah, she states he's his doctor. She tells everyone that she's the doctor. And the vegan alkaline diet affected all of them to a point where that's when the seizures started with Vaughn. That's when he started having multiple seizures. One of the daughters had a seizure. The dog had a seizure. And then the chicken, their pet chicken, had a seizure.
Oh, jeez.
He said, "Oh, geez."
That's well, it's hard, it's hard to find the exact cause of it, and if I don't know how to determine a seizure in a chicken,
Yeah.
but we can determine that in a dog. Definitely, it sounds like there's one common factor that's causing. There's something that's being eaten in the diet and the water, or something that's causing the seizure. But again, these are. It's hard to investigate it though.
Yeah.
Just the diet relation itself, like I'm not really sure if that later root is associated with like seizures.
No. I mean, the vegan stuff you could vitamin deficiencies, but I think with that, I don't think would cause seizures. And you said the one thing was kratom. Like, is it Kratom?
Yes, that's it. Lots of it. She gave it to all of them.
So that's actually a legal opioid you can get in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly enough, it comes from Southeast Asia. Lower doses, it has stimulant-like effect, but higher doses, it has more opioid sedative effects.
Yes.
And then I remember that. Yeah, you can get seizures too with kratom. It's a possibility, but again, I don't know what else is going on.
Gotcha.
Or kratom, actually, kratom.
Right.
Dr. Sebi diet, lead in the jewelry.
It's not regulated.
Okay. We understand. Oh yeah, by the way, the young mother, she never got a seizure.
Wait,
Everyone
Dr.
else
Dre,
does.
yeah, Dr. Dre. She never got a seizure.
Well, I don't know what you're doing with this case. It sounds like a very interesting situation.
But absolutely.
Having said that, we are always in situations like these, and family dynamics are difficult. It's hard to penetrate that, and she is the next of kin, so legally she is the one that should be making his decisions. So it's unfortunate that she's moving the patient around, and he's in that situation and his parents aren't able to see him, so that's kind of like sad.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a very sad case. He's a Marine and he got out about 2 years ago. And here he is. He's been in a coma for way over a month.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it's going to have good outcomes.
It doesn't sound good?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. It's tough. You need a lot of things, and you need a lot of, I don't know what amount of damage there has been, and if there's a lot of brain damage, then recovery usually does not happen. If it does happen, you just don't have a good life.
Yeah, it's not like the movies. You don't usually wake up from a coma and you're yourself. Usually there's a deficit if you do get out of there.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, I thank you, Dr. Next Door and Dr. Next Door.
welcome.
Thank you.
All right. God bless you both.
Yeah.
Yes, you too. God bless you too.
Okay. So there you have it. We wanted to talk to a psychiatrist. We wanted to talk to a doctor. We wanted to get some legalities from real doctors, but unfortunately, I can't get you any in Yuma. When we called my cousin Pucho, he's a cop over in Philadelphia. So everything you're hearing is, um,
Oh,
out of
Sarah.
Pennsylvania. And I'm doing my best to be open-minded about this, be fair. And, I seriously don't want to go live and do this case and get in over my head. And I don't want that for Elle, and I definitely don't want that for Justin or anyone else covering this, especially when none of us are professionals in any way, shape, or form when it comes to what she's doing. Now, I said this a couple of weeks ago. I go, and I know I said it. I don't know if I said it on video, but I said, oh my God, I'm getting scared. I don't know how they're going to prove it. How are they going to prove any sort of intent? This is going to be a very tough case. And you want to know something? I hate to say it, but a couple of days ago, I sent him a message and I said, I think he's going to pass away. And I don't like that. I think he's going to pass away.
I pray not. But that was very informative, Marissa. I was looking up. I can't see. I know, like, if you are not related to the person,
Right.
that there is no law regarding someone, like if someone is in distress of any sort, of not calling 911. I don't know if that also is with your loved one or not.
Honestly, we have to think of her motives. We have to think of, what would be her
Thank you, Chris.
realistic motive? What would be her intent? What is now, all right, we got the ego part. We got the I'll always win. We got all these very intense videos that are extremely hard to watch.
Now that is illegal, giving him substances without his knowledge. That is totally illegal.
Okay. And now I'm not saying that she's not gonna get that. I don't foresee her getting any sort of backlash or anything, in spite of everything that's happened, like she's just gonna run free and we're gonna kiss Vaughn goodbye. I'm not saying that. I think that this whole thing is gonna follow her for the rest of her life, and I don't see her keeping her children. I don't. That, I think, in itself is I'm just saying I think, so you don't sue, so you can't sue me, all right? I don't think that this is going to work out good for her, but I don't know where it's leading to, because there's a potential with public interest that this could be a very huge deal in the next few months. This could, or to a year. Dre's life is never going to be the same, especially since she's fighting it. When she runs and knows that she's supposed to be in court, and now I'm just trying to I'm just trying to cut the fat, okay? That's why I came up. I want to answer this question, and being that I'm one of the main three that are talking about this, I have a say. It says Dre not showing up for court. Why? I believe that, and if you'll allow me to explain, Justin and Elle,
go for it.
I think that it's mainly her ego. She just can't handle being wrong. She can't handle the fact that someone's trying to take away her kids. That's really all it is. She wants to go and have that new business. I do not think it's going to be successful. I think it's going to be belly up faster than faster than it started.
I mean, is he trying to get full custody of the children, or is
I
he
think
just
it's.
trying to get?
I have no idea. I never. You're talking about. I almost called him Obama. Oba. Is he trying to get full custody? He never told me about that. How was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to seriously know that he was supposed to be at court yesterday? I never knew that. I thought she had to go to court. And that's I'm being honest. And then I saw the husband's name and I was like, wait. So remember I was buying my kid clothes? I was in the car, remember? And you said her name's not on here. Remember, Justin?
Her name was on there.
On that docket. At first, you said it's not on here. And I said, you said, could it be another name? And I said, her maiden name is Rodriguez. And then
it said Andrea, and then it said,
and then I said that her last name, Opa's last name, and you went, okay, Andrea, blah, blah, blah. And it was his last name. I remember because I was in the parking lot. Thank you for the super chats, Kaki and Miranda.
I think if he passes away, that's when they'll move in and press charges, because now he's still alive. He dies and they'll investigate deeper.
That is true. What we saw, the press, not the press, what we saw on the Yuma police, they said that they're waiting for things to happen before they move further. Same thing that they said with Doug from Northport. They said the same thing.
She's writing a book on the Valo Daybook, and she might be able to explain that. That's a great suggestion. Great suggestion. Let me write down her name.
Sorry. A friend of mine who's a nurse just sent me this. It says, how does Arizona law define negligent homicide? And my friend, we've been kind of talking, and she said, Dre may purposely be leaving him on life support because if he passes, then she's scared maybe she could be charged,
Bingo.
with something. So this is what Arizona law, how they define negligent homicide. Defendants are guilty of negligent homicide in the state of Arizona when they cause the death of another person, including an unborn child, and they do so with criminal negligence. Criminal negligence is when a person fails to recognize the substantial and unjustifiable risk that his or her conduct will cause the death of another person. And I think we watch these videos, and that's what we're seeing here, is that her own actions is putting him at risk. Arizona law assumes that a reasonable person would have recognized such a risk and not have engaged in the criminally negligent act. Note that the use of a gun, use of a dangerous instrument, or any other deadly weapon is not an element of negligence.
Yeah, but he's not on life support now, right?
Yeah, I think he's not.
But that doesn't mean he can't go back on it as well, But we don't 1,000%.
Okay, so how about real quick? I respond
right
to this comment from AB. So why didn't Molly give Dre's location, quote, when she knew where she was, quote? Okay, it wasn't me that just knew. Justin as well knew. We knew about 3 or 4 days. I'm going to say 3 days before this court date. Okay, so I was under the guise that Casey Anthony was doing all her charm to raise money for his lawyer, correct? Okay, so this guy, right, said he said that the drama from YouTubers is hurting this case. You want to know
something? We tried
something?
to get in contact with him. They didn't want any more contact, so we stopped the contact after that. We actually reached out to them, and they just sent this message back saying, leave it alone. So we stopped it right there.
And
we wasn't going to say anything after
where she was. And now, so that this is my other question. we are being told that there's a fundraiser being for his lawyer, and then all of a sudden she's supposed to be in court. How are we supposed to know? Well, if she's got an attorney, right? If Dre has an attorney, shouldn't Dre's attorney know where she is? Right? I mean, she's telling people that she's making all these complaints against me and she's coming after me. That is not true. So if she has an attorney that's representing her and he's got an attorney that's representing her, how is it my business? It's not Justin's business. Guess what? If she's in Tucson, do you think that people of Tucson are not watching this? Of course they are. And you want to know something? You want to know something, crystal ball over there? If you were a little bit nicer to me, you could have still been around and you would have known. Because you're the one who's talking to the friend. What do you mean, the friend? It's his wife. He already told me the first time we talked. The first time we really talked and had that sit-down conversation that I did not record. And you said that I put out an illegal recording of me talking to him. Why are you lying to these people?
She said that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Why are you lying to these people? Because you know what's going to happen? Your people are going to get fed up and they're going to come over here. And I hope that's what they do, because we're going to welcome them with open arms and we're not going to lie to them and mislead them. You are like a tabloid. You're a tabloid. My Lord, go move to Fort Lauderdale and go work for the National Enquirer at this point. And how am I responsible? How do I even know that he needed to know where this girl was? Who's to say she's even there now? I still haven't said where it was. And guess what? You guys would be shocked, because where she was a name that everybody in America knows. I was like, what? Yeah, that's it. Not a big deal for us. I wasn't going to go on there and say, ooh, she's here. But
AJ
now.
also said the dad told you he was talking to her and you got mad.
How could I get mad? It was a text. No, I said, this is what I said. Listen,
learn or something.
This is what they're doing. All right, now you're going to stop it because you're trying to push me. I've already fell for this shit before with the Wells case with the church where they told me I was lying. He told me that I don't have permission to share his texts. I don't have permission to record him, blah, 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 blah. How could I get mad? All I said was, you'll learn. And I meant by him talking to her. And the thing is this whole thing is Molly's mad because she couldn't work for him. What do you mean work for him? I'm nobody's assistant. I don't know him. I had a nice conversation with him and his wife for about 25 minutes.
Thank you, Aaron.
And that's it.
Thank you, Francie.
Nobody recorded him. He doesn't want his messages put out. And I'm going to respect that.
Charlotte.
But that's the truth.
You're beautiful.
I don't know. Are you telling me in the side chat that you would rather me just disrespect everything that those girls' fathers said and me just be like, here, he said this, and
we're not going to say what he's like.
Yeah, or how about me say that I'm going to protect what he's asked me? Now, listen, I wasn't going to fundraise for him. He's got a decent job. He can afford his own attorney. Just remember, this whole thing with the kids is separate from what Letitia and Mr. Jackson are going through. Yeah, these people over here are all the way out in Savannah, Georgia, and they're being denied and need to spend all this money to go see them. So for the ex-husband, he's only a couple hours away driving. So yeah, if Katie was a little nice to me and Justin and was we could rely on her telling us the truth. How are we supposed to know she was psychotic? How are we supposed to know that she was a habitual liar? How we didn't know. Fine. All right, 150 people warned us. I know. We tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. We didn't know the way she attacked LB. We didn't know the way she went after 10 after life. We didn't know any of that stuff. We went on with her in like minutes. It wasn't planned. It's not like we said
It wasn't planned whatsoever.
Yeah, it's not like
She
I
just
said
said, "Are
the night
y'all in the
before,
chat?"
oh, tomorrow, see you tomorrow on Casey Anthony's channel. No way. No, so no, I'm not going to fall for the whole thing of, oh, and another lie. There was never a criminal report filed for me being in the church in Kingsport where the little girl, what the hell's that woman's name? Robin Lane's daughter was there touching my purse and sitting next to me. No, I went out there and I said, oh my God, she was up there, Robin Lane, the one that Summer Wells just absolutely loved, playing guitar, singing her heart out like she was Celine Dion up there. Guess what, people?
Thank you, Francie.
Oh, Marissa, she's a horrible person because she recorded. No, I didn't record the little girl. There was a snippet of the little girl because I turned the camera. But guess what? Every single person in that church consents to being recorded. And they put those recordings of all those children on the internet. So if you know anything about the Summer Wells case, you would know that. And guess what? There was no warning. There was nothing. In fact, the cop that I talked to said she was overreacting and said that she was afraid that I was going to kidnap her daughter because they looked similar. She thinks that there was an attack on her family. I was like, girl, grow up. I got better things to do than trying to kidnap your kid.
Thank you, my love.
Oh, that was sweet of you. So yeah, everything that you're hearing that comes out of Cassie's mouth, use, I'm not even going to say discernment. Don't use discernment. Use common sense. That's it.
Yeah. Guys, subscribe to Mo Brown. I'm going to.
Who's that?
She's been uploading some
really
Dre
good
McCray
stuff.
videos.
Really?
Yeah. And she's in here all the time. She's a sweetheart.
I've never heard of her because I found some other one earlier that was pretty good.
Trigger warning. To file a complaint. I couldn't do it. I know in the line I had mentioned something about the thought of seeing him again. I don't mean that I'm going to go to his office. I mean, based off of what was said or based off of that website, there will be hearings and there will be like these meetings and you're
That's a different personality. Listen to her voice.
I definitely want to go. And so the thought of me seeing him again in one of those like hearings or board meetings or whatever, that's what, like, by doing this, I understand and am aware that he will receive a copy of everything that I write. That in itself is scary, like for me. And the fact that I will be seeing him possibly at these hearings, that really like it messes with my head. Then it was like super intimidating because like, I don't think he really like broke a law. So what's the purpose of filing a complaint if it's going to get tossed out anyways? Why am I doing that to myself? I'm going to put myself through the stress of reliving everything and having to type it out again and whatever. If it's just going to get thrown out. So in the initial video where I went live to talk to you guys about what had happened and who did what, Megan Lesnar was someone who had commented about like, let me know if you need something. I think she said something about she's been in something similar
Not that this has happened to her, but she has been a witness to this before. So she commented on that.
Thank you, Suzanne. Plunder gave you and Molly a shout out in a recent video that was 1 hour and 6 minutes about Von Worth. It's so. I love Plunder.
Oh my gosh, me
Plunder
too.
is awesome.
Yes, I love
She's
Plunder.
beautiful. I'm so
She has a lot of
glad.
class. She has a
I
lot
am
of
so
class.
glad she
She's got a lot of class, that lady. She always has.
Thank you, Frank. Yeah. We're not gonna talk about her.
Who? Plunder?
Much. No.
Who?
Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll tell you one thing. I see a different personality in this
Mhm.
this video. And I'm going to tell you, Dre, great wig. That wig is
I
gorgeous.
like this wig. This
I
is a
think
pretty wig.
she's beautiful here. Like the
I
weight looks good
think
on
that
her.
look right there is stunning.
She looks so much better here.
Yep.
So much better here. But Plunder, she's always had reliable information. And she's just beautiful inside and out.
Post and said something along the lines of like, you're strong. She said something, but that indicated to me that she was awake at like super early in the morning, which my mind was so messed up last night. Like I didn't go to bed until almost 6 o'clock, like just a couple minutes before 6. Together, that in itself makes me feel disgusting and dirty, and I feel really gross. So like, let me tell you like the extremes. Like me and my husband, we don't watch porn at all. We don't even watch like sex scenes in a show or in a movie. Like if it comes up, we fast forward. Like we don't do that. We don't fantasize about other people.
Because she's so jealous.
I try to look away whenever I find a man attractive. So the fact that
what the fuck is wrong with you?
That was presented to me, like that put it in my head. And I try so hard to avoid that, you know? So me imagining like having a sexual encounter with my chiropractor, that disgusts me, and it makes me feel like he did touch me, you know? It makes me feel like I was violated, and makes me feel like I was raped. And it takes me back to whenever I was raped. Why didn't I report him? Like, why didn't I say something? Like, it's just so much going on, you know? What if I said something, then maybe if he did it to someone else, I could have prevented it. Like, it's just going on and on and on, right? Anyways, so then whenever I seen Megan, I mean, just go back to that. Okay, I'm gonna swipe the comments because that's gonna make me feel like I have to start the story over again. And I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna do that, but I don't want to feel like I have to. So, okay, now I feel alone. I gotta put it back. All right. Anyway, so then I contacted Megan since I knew she was up, since she contacted, and I like no laws were broken. Like, and what if, you know, then he has to pay a fine possibly, and then nothing gets done. Like, dude, I was just, all kinds of stuff were going on, and she said she would research. So apparently Megan is amazing. She ended up calling the board of chiropractic examiners or whatever, and she inquired about all of this. She didn't give my name, but she gave what happened, and who it happened, and the person she talked to wanted Megan to forward her information, and that I should file a complaint. So when Megan told me that, I got up this morning. I went to, you know, my routine, going to the car wash, getting Starbucks, and that's when I called the board of director member, and I told her my worries. I told her how much this has like been messing with my sleep, been messing with my head. Like I wasn't really dealing with this before. Like the day after, I was like really strong, you know. Whenever I was talking to you guys about what happened, I was really strong. And I know I'm not strong right now. I'm just like, bro, what the fluff just happened? You know, I feel like now I'm really going through the consequences of it. So anyways, so I called her and she was like, I had voiced my concerns and she says, oh no, what he did is against the law. The text messages that he sent you is, I think she said a criminal act. I don't remember, but she said from a doctor should never be texting you in that manner. So she says I should report it, but I should file a police report first. And so I'm like, oh God. And that's whenever it sunk in even more. Like the fact that I have to do this complaint and online and then going to the police station and having to like talk about this is like so embarrassing because I'm having to like I'm having to like say it again.
In my opinion, she's crying because she doesn't want Vaughn talking to this doctor. There's some sort of, she has some sort of resentment toward this
Absolutely.
doctor. Some sort of resentment. She said that she felt like he was actually physically planting seeds in Vaughn.
To multiple people. It's just so embarrassing because I feel like he touched me. And then now I have to explain that to more people. Like it's, you know, you guys are like my women. You know, you guys are my people. So it's easy to say these things to you. All of you guys. People I don't know, like even though it's a police officer or even if it's the board of examiners, like this is embarrassing. I don't know them and I'm having to just publicly announce to the world. That's what it feels like. I have to publicly announce to the world. Guess what? My chiropractor wanted to have sex with me, everybody. He was completely violated. He groomed me for months. Like, hello guys, like this is my situation. He also offered his wife to my husband. Like, hey everybody, like that's why it's super hard.
Can you
because
pause
then you
this for a
have to
second?
like relive
Yeah.
that and then put that.
I have a question. I have a question about this video.
Yes.
So she's going through this whole thing. She feels so violated. She's such a victim. Oh my God. Did this guy press charges on her?
She made a complaint about him.
Okay, so why is she crying?
Because
I know
she feels victimized. Because
did he touch her inappropriately?
no.
No.
Okay, so he just made a suggestion and made her feel uncomfortable.
Yes, that's
and
what
she
I was
brought
saying.
it to
Allegedly.
a whole other level.
Allegedly.
All right. And she allegedly brought it to a whole other level. There you go. You're not a victim, girl. And for you to throw out there and you're talking about grooming, here you are saying to all of us, to the world, that you don't watch porn and you guys don't watch any love scenes. You're the same girl that said that you wanted to rip the catheter out of Marvan's penis.
Yes.
Okay, same girl. Gotcha. Wait,
that
are
was
you the
cringe,
same
by
girl
the way.
that said that you were a hoe back in the day? I think you are the same girl.
Yes.
What is it, Dre? What personality are we wearing today?
She's got so many different personalities.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You can't have it. This
Sometimes
girl
she's got the knife out and she's like Mother Chuckers. And then the next thing she's like Jehovah Jireh. And then the next thing she's like, he touched me. And then the next thing she's like, oh, I'm going to, pull that catheter.
she's never, no guy is ever going to settle down with this chick ever again. Girl, you're going to have to get used to some one night stands. And I feel bad for those guys because I know that you don't like rejection in any way, shape, or form. But when all this shit comes out, your life is never going to be the same.
In my opinion, she was rejected.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because the video we showed earlier, I don't know, a week or so ago, she was swooning over this doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Swooning.
Yep.
Thank you, Ambi. Thank you so much.
Someone I've seen a comment kind of similar to this one. He has a record though. Has anyone seen how he lost his license? And like, I know the doctor, he's not a good doctor. I'm not saying he's not. He may be kind of creepy because him and his wife, you know, are swingers, and maybe they kind of say things to their patient. Maybe he's said things to the patients and made
Well,
these
do we
comments before
know that
people.
they're swingers, though? Do we absolutely know that?
No,
That's
no,
alleged.
we do not. Yeah. That's alleged. But
Yes.
what we do know is what we think we know is what she's saying, that it was just a message where he like said, hey,
You
me
could
and-
feel a little bit of
like,
Yeah, you just feel
tension.
it.
right, yes, but I don't think I think, what did she say? She felt like she was like art essentially.
Sandy,
Or
that's
so-
a great comment.
I mean, to me, I'm like, I've been hit on a few times. My son, he plays football and he has multiple coaches. And one of them, I asked a comment on Facebook about hoodies, and he responded in a private message and then continued to like chit chat, you know, and then was like, your husband's not going to care that I'm messaging you. And I'm like, well, you responded to a question, and no, it was really weird. And I got the vibe that he was trying to like be kind of flirtatious. And I was like, but my husband knows everybody that texts me because he's got the password to my Facebook and will check it anytime. And he was like,
God,
well,
I wish my doctor would flirt with me.
ah! That's funny. But I never felt like, you know, I mean, guys, Molly, you're a woman, and you're a beautiful woman. You've got those big boobs.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you get hit on, and I don't.
Every day.
It doesn't feel like I'm being sexual, like just, you know what I'm saying, right, Molly? Every day, Molly gets
It's
it
a
on every day.
compliment. It's a compliment, and I laugh it off like
I
like
definitely don't.
there's not enough. There's not enough for me to go around. I'm sorry.
So sorry, you guys. But to me, it's, even if someone approached me and was like, hey, would you and your husband like to with me and my wife? I'd be like, you know what? I appreciate you, but no, I'm sorry. That's not our thing. Move along to the, I just couldn't imagine it being that traumatic. Like, I don't understand.
She's building this up. She needed content. She needed to play victim and get people to feel sorry for her. How many times have we seen people do that on YouTube? She's doing the same thing just on Facebook. Listen. One thing I can tell you guys, I know a lot of you guys are following this that are coming here just for Dre. But this is the thing. We come from the true crime community, and we have a way of watching these videos and seeing, just because of our years of just watching real people. And there's a lot of people that come to these things that have that same addiction. We watch crazy documentaries. We watch all those crazy shows. We watch court TV. We watch this. We watch that. We just don't have the paperwork to prove that we can be this or that. What we are commentators and potential. We look at it as potential juror. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Imagine all you guys, including us, are a potential juror. What are we seeing? What's being shown to us? And then when we talk about it, jurors don't get to talk to amongst themselves and talk about this case. That's the good thing about being an individual with your freedom of speech, because we're not bounded by a lot of these technicalities.
Right.
I like that. I like not having certain, papers that say this, and that, because I'm a little bit more free. I mean, a lot of doctors now, they don't even want to actually become doctors. They become nurse practitioners, blah, 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 because it's the doctors that are all getting sued. And guess what? Like the thing that's going on with my brain, why can't I get a definition of what the heck is wrong with me? Why? Because they're afraid to tell me what they really think, because then they could be sued. It's not like how it used to be. So just look at these videos, right, as if you were in a juror box and we're all in a courtroom.
So next, after there's only like 2 minutes left on this video. After this, we're going to look at the.
Is there real tears, by the way? Or is all the makeup that she wears? My question is everything that she wears waterproof? Because if I was crying and so upset and my face had foundation, powder, primer, and was highlighted and contoured, there's no way that I could be upset and it still be in that condition. Now we have waterproof mascara. We get that. But what about that eyeliner? What about the blush? What about how about you? Have you guys ever cried with powder and foundation on?
Thank you, Jesse. Yes.
Okay, so you have. Oh, okay.
It leaves a mark.
Yes. All right. I was just wondering.
Thank you, Lab Mama.
Because me, but if I do my makeup like that and I start crying, I'm screwed. She wears cheap makeup. Yes, she does. And it's amazing what she can do with this cheap makeup. And that's what it is. All that cheap makeup is beating up her skin.
We're going to look at some information about the doctor next after this.
Out there to people, even if it's people of authority that can take care of it. So you're still going through the motions, you know? Anyways, I had multiple breaks.
But Crystal makes an excellent point. Why hasn't she filmed herself crying about Vaughn? But this, she's crying.
She's literally crying about a man asking for
sympathy.
But she doesn't cry about her husband. That's literally.
She didn't even call 911. Elle, let me ask you something. Elle, you got 6 kids. You got a husband that you love.
Mm-hmm.
If your husband is seizing out, and if he's in trouble, right? Even if you're not getting along, are you going to try and help him?
Oh, absolutely. I'm calling 911.
I would be crying over that.
Okay. What would you do if you went out to the back shed?
Oh my goodness. I couldn't even.
Exactly. Would you be weeks later, days later, would you be showing up at the hospital? Hey, get ready with me.
No.
I saw you do a get ready with me yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, get ready with me. Would you still be doing that?
Heck no. I wouldn't even I wouldn't even be on YouTube or Facebook.
Welcome, Tios.
Okay. But you're a social media influencer just like she is.
I'd take off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
what about you, Justin?
Oh, of course, take off. Yes. Absolutely.
If you saw your husband hanging and you had to cut him down, how about this? They were having trouble.
Very true, Tammy.
And remember what I said. The better option out of the marriage is death. That's interesting.
Along for the Ride says, suppose Vaughn appears dead after multiple seizures. Dre Freaks takes Vaughn to the shed, stages S to cover her butt. Date of that video, seizure in bed, is very important. Was Vaughn seen up and mobile after video?
After that particular video?
He was seen I know he was seen in the back, or he wasn't actually seen in the back of the car. He was heard in the back of the car. Thank you, Ambi. Welcome. Appreciate your membership. Tio, welcome. Appreciate your membership. Thank you, Tammy, and thank you Along for the Ride. Appreciate you guys. When was that video of the seizures?
February 2022.
of the seizures
That's what Tony
or
said.
this video, Tony?
That video of her bigger is not 2022 because she was skinny. She's been skinny that long.
Yes. That's an interesting theory, though.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why her eyes widened when they said, "Oh, we found the pulse."
Yeah, we do need to find the last video he was in. That's a good point. Very true.
This poor guy. This poor guy you don't even know. Why would she have to cover her butt? He is a grown adult. Look
Devin,
at Devin Shout.
we did not ever say she is a murderer whatsoever.
No,
ever,
that wasn't us. That
ever,
wasn't us.
ever.
Why don't you highlight that? Let's highlight that comment from Devin.
I want to make that very clear. She is absolutely innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. That is it. And that's done and over with. So next.
Breakdowns this morning, and then I called my sister and told her, and she was pretty pissed and talking about how disgusting he is, and that basically I have the opportunity to stop the next person from going through this, and that without a doubt I'm not the first, but I could be the last based off of my actions. And that made me feel so good. And she also gave me the perspective of, instead of thinking about you know, telling on him for you, think about like what he wanted with Vaughn, you know, about, you know, Vaughn.
She keeps looking to the left.
His wife being with my husband. Now that thought makes me go like, I'm about to kill everybody and their mama. Like that gives me strength to do what I have to do, because me thinking about another woman, like, there's no way. Me talking about my jealousy is not a joke. Like I will I will fight for my man. So that's what I'm thinking about by reporting him, is not reporting for me. It's reporting for my husband, because no one's going to come near him under my dead body. So anyways, after I had my little breakdown or whatever, and even when I talked to the board of examiner or one of the board members, she had told me that she was just so smoothing with the way she was talking, soothing in her voice. She was very like calm. The way she spoke, this is not his first rodeo. Like, not that she said that, but I could tell by what she said, it by her manner.
Wow.
Thank you, Rockin' Ariane. Dre is her only concern. Where are her children through all of these videos? Justice for Vaughn. Thank you so much. She does love the pity. So this, where is it at?
Okay, I just told Wynette that we're over here, okay?
Okay. So this Ziad Abul Hossein, DC, in the state of Arizona, the Chiropractic Examiners Board held a formal administrative hearing on Friday, February 25th, 2022 at 1 p.m. in the matter of Zayed Simas, Assistant Attorney General, appeared on behalf of the state of Arizona. Monique Code Assistant Attorney General appeared as an independent advice counsel for the board. The respondent was present and not represented by counsel. Following the presentation of the state's case, is chief of the board adopt the following findings, fact, conclusion, and law order. What was the doctor's name?
Who?
The chiropractor, rather.
Dr. Dan something.
They called him Dr. Dan.
God almighty, I'm starving.
Is this his real name?
Sorry. I said that out loud. I was like, oh my God.
You did. I just ate.
What?
I didn't have dinner.
I just
I
ate a
didn't-
bomb sweet potato.
Basketball. Talk
I
to
didn't.
Sian. She seemed a little smitten with him. We're not gonna lie. And now she wants to act like, oh my God, like she the way she's acting is like she was a victim of R. Kelly. Okay. I mean, I see victims of R. Kelly act with less emotion and with real tears.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to stop. I think she wanted something out of him that she couldn't get. And I think that him throwing the wife into the situation was an insult to her. That's what I think.
So it says he surrendered his chiropractic license in California March 21st, 2017, after multiple citations were issued against the license between 2009 and 2015, as well as a self-reported to the board on January 23rd, 2019, and he was charged with a DUI in January 2018.
Oh, he's a real winner.
If this is Dr. Dan, but is that his real name? Complaint submitted, text messages exchanged reportedly between herself and respondent and between herself and respondent's wife, who was also the office manager, purporting to of sexual misconduct and intoxication. Let me see here. Respondent denied the allegations of unprofessional conduct, sexual harassment, and drinking alcohol, but admitted to untimely responding to the board subpoena and being non-compliant with the terms, conditions of probation. Well, I mean, we even have where Dre posted on her Facebook saying to the effect of, like, her audience was thinking that the doctor was
I'm gonna put you on mute. We have
hot.
someone that is in a position who cannot be identified,
Okay.
and she wants to speak to us. So I'm gonna put on mute first.
Okay.
I'm gonna put on mute first and let her kind of get ready.
Okay.
Like I said, anybody who wants to come out, blah blah blah, we do keep your. She basically says, I can answer many questions. My phone number is, he did not hang himself, in my opinion. I'm ready to go to Arizona. She worked for the PD. Well, she is currently working PD, but she's not in Arizona for the canine search. She works for canines. So I'm going to call her right now. Oh, so you're watching. Oh my God, amazing. So
Yeah,
James,
those people are morons. I'm sorry, they're just morons.
which
And I
ones are
wanna-
morons? Which ones?
Some of
Thank you,
those
Carol.
commentators, oh my God.
Okay. So can I reveal you're fine that I'm saying that you are working with the police department, but not in
I
Arizona?
retired from the police
Okay.
2 years ago.
Okay.
But if you guys have questions, I can answer. I will
Okay.
answer them.
Okay.
A lot of stuff, it's not jiving with what everybody else is saying.
So what is your theory? What do you think everybody's not thinking about? What is your opinion?
Well, my opinion is, this is my opinion, and I think this is probably what happened, is I'm not live right now, right?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay.
Your name's Jane Doe number 5. You're Jane Doe number 5.
Okay. What I think has happened is I think she messed up really bad. And I think what happened was where the marks were on his neck, because where I worked, I saw a lot of hangings. With where the mark was on his neck and the scrape on his arm, I think what probably happened is the rope was tied around his neck. She dragged him, maybe with the help of the oldest girl, to the shed. Now, as far as everybody's talking about the fraying, the girl that got on and cut the rope, she cut it on the table. It's not going to fray, okay? I don't think he was ever hanging in the shed, ever. I have the same shed in my backyard, and I could hit my head on it, on the beam.
Okay.
So from the outside, from the top to the bottom is 7 foot. Inside is not. And I think Justin can confirm that because he was in there. He's
On the sides particularly. In the middle it is, but the sides is much lower for sure.
Right. But as you walked in the shed, did you have to duck?
I can't remember. I think so, yes. I think so, yes.
I don't think he was ever hanging in that shed. Ever. It would, like you guys know, is what you've learned is the hangings are up higher when you hang yourself. It will sometimes break the hyoid bone, not the thyroid bone, the hyaloid bone. Okay? That's the same thing with the strangling. It'll break that bone. Does anybody know if state police has been in contact with Yuma police?
Don't know.
Because usually what will happen, FBI will not get involved. They'll get involved on cases like Brian Laundrie.
Different states.
Summer Wells.
Yeah, different. Mm-hmm.
Right. The FBI won't get involved in this one. But the state police will. They are over Yuma police.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of my questions, and that should be happening. Also, her not showing up for court, there should be a warrant out for her arrest, period.
Even if she wasn't served?
If she wasn't served, she knows. I mean, she knew. My guess is, they probably didn't get to serve her, but I don't know. Usually when we serve somebody, we serve them in person and through the mail. So you get 2 of them. Now, I'm in a different state, so I don't know how Arizona works at all.
Okay.
So do you guys have any questions that you want me to try to answer for you?
I mean, did you ever deal with hangings?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We had a girl that hung herself off her bedpost. And what she did is she tied a tight knot around her neck and laid forward. And with canine work, yes, I've dealt with hangings, people in a tree. And the marks are going to be up higher. They're not going to be where it is. As far as blood coming out of the nose and mouth with a hanging, no, that's not going to happen. Because once you die and that rope is that tight around your neck, your heart's not pumping anymore. So that blood is not going to come up.
My question for you is, like, when we go over the police report, what do you think about that police report?
In my personal opinion, I don't think that's the full report. I think there's probably a supplemental report, because that's usually what happens. The officers that are there will do a report. And I really think there's a lot more than what is being reported as far as the police report, how long they were there. Something's not right there. I don't know if they're just keeping it under their vest or what.
All right, you've gotten several warnings, AB. Now you're out. Don't be disrespectful of the people who are coming out and talking about this. Okay? She didn't have to come on here and do this.
Thank you, Brummy. Thank
And
you.
it's 3 times you've been disrespectful. Now you're gone. Okay, Jane.
Yeah, I have no filter either.
Go ahead, Jane. No, keep going, Jane. Because I think there's got to be more as well. Because they're not just going to release everything to the public, correct?
Correct. Okay. Absolutely correct.
Okay.
But my big thing is, and my guess is, state police are involved in this.
You do think so?
Bigger than Yuma.
Okay.
I'm in a small town. Okay, I'm in a small town. If we have something like this that the officers need help, the state police comes in. Period. But I can almost guarantee that the FBI is not, because it's not that big a thing. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a big thing, yes, but it's not something that the FBI will come in and say, okay, we're in charge now. And they do that with, missing people, things like that. They'll come in and say, we're in charge now. But I'm willing to bet the state police is involved in this.
What about the white stuff coming out of his mouth that they mentioned in the report? In your experience with a hanging, does that ever happen?
If it's drugs that she overdosed him on, then yeah, that white foam will come out of his mouth.
What about with a hanging? Does that ever happen with a hanging?
No, I haven't seen that. I've seen the petechiae. I've seen, rope burns around their neck, and like I said, they're up higher. They're not where his are.
Gotcha. What about going inside the house to speak to the kids? Like, in normal circumstances, don't you think the police should have went inside to talk to the kids, to question the kids, to ask if they had saw Vaughn that morning or anything?
Well, somebody definitely needs to interview the kids, especially the oldest daughter.
Right.
And I don't know why, and it's kind of the same here with CPS. I don't want to say they don't care, but are they that overwhelmed in Yuma? Do they have too many cases in Yuma? I don't see that. I mean, I've never been there, but
right.
They need to be on that. They need to be on that.
Yuma's not really the big tourist destination.
So
I'm trying to think of questions.
My question. I'm sorry that I have food in my excuse me.
That's okay.
Before I forget, my question is: let's just assume, heaven forbid, that Vaughn is to pass away in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
And he cannot be saved. Is this something that could be forwarded to the district attorney in Yuma?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
You think there's enough?
Yes.
And what do you think that evidence is?
I think there's enough now.
Really?
Yes, I absolutely think there's enough now.
What do you think about the first blood drawn?
Somebody should have that. I mean, I know the police have it. That should be also forwarded to the DA, and they might have already forwarded it to them. It's sticky when you get into the prosecutors and all that. Unless you know somebody that knows somebody else, you probably won't get that information. But yes, I think everything needs to be forwarded to the DA.
So do you think
Because-
that?
Go ahead.
Do you think that this girl, if heaven forbid he passes away, do you think that she's just going to get away with it? And
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay, me either.
No, because thankfully she videotaped everything. She's brought in her own evidence against herself.
When you were active police, did you work for a police department that had
Yes.
a social media internet part?
No.
No, because you were in a small town, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Because big cities, such as New York and Los Angeles, Chicago, Miami, they do have those.
Yeah.
And every time you press hashtag that name, they're watching.
Mhm. Well, would this case be going through Yuma or Tucson?
Yuma.
Yuma.
Yuma. See, so I don't know if they would have, because aren't they small? Isn't it a
Mhm.
small town?
Mm-hmm.
No, they may not have it. I don't know. What I would do, everybody, I would forward everything you have to the district attorney and just drive them crazy with it.
Drive them crazy with it. I believe the same thing.
What about the video where they admit? Now, the video was taken probably 2019, 2020. She was heavier set, but where they're literally talking about bringing drugs across the border. Would that be something that they could still prosecute them over?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
They absolutely could.
Because I'm going to tell you something. If action is not taken and justice for Vaughn, where there is nothing, I can guarantee you there's going to be hundreds of people outside of CPS and outside of that court and outside of that police station demanding justice for Vaughn. And I'm one of those people that's going to be there.
Well, I'm going with.
And I hope you are. I hope you will. Heaven.
I will.
And I really hope it doesn't have to come to that.
No, and I don't think it will. Like I said, everybody needs to flood the DA with everything, anything, videos, text messages. If you want to support her and be friends with her, everything, just drive them nuts.
And this is the thing. Okay, but this is where I have to say that one part of me, prove me wrong. I'm okay with being wrong. She is presumed innocent, but what I want and what I demand as a United States citizen and commenter on this whole thing is not right. Nothing goes together. I demand that they take his life seriously. And
Everybody should demand that. Everybody should be demanding that.
Yeah, and I want him to have a 100% crystal clear investigation. Do it for Marvin. Do it for everyone that loves him. And do it because it is your job.
Right. And that's exactly it. And aren't elections coming up soon? I mean, that's just off the top of my head. So I'm telling everybody, flood them, flood them, flood them, flood them.
I'll tell you one thing. We're getting bigger YouTubers talking about this. And people from TV and reporters are starting to get a hold of hashtag Justice for Vaughn. And we really want to help this family. I mean, did you hear his father?
Oh, yes.
Did that not break your heart?
Yes. Everything breaks my heart on
I
that
know.
case, except for her. And she needs to be sitting in jail somewhere.
For what exactly?
Well,
what would you arrest her on?
What would I arrest her on? Well, it depends. First off, with the videos of her taking stuff and admitting to giving stuff to her children, without Vaughn's knowledge, giving him stuff, that's enough right there. That's absolutely enough. Smuggling over Mexico, that's enough.
But they don't have proof.
There's a video of her sitting in Mexico.
But that's not proof, right?
Someone said it would be considered hearsay. Someone said it would be considered hearsay.
Yeah.
It's a fine line.
Exactly.
I mean, there's other things of her, scarfing up Kay, and him laying in the bed having seizures while she's sitting there doing absolutely nothing except putting cayenne pepper under his tongue.
See, for
That's
me,
cruel and unusual punishment to me.
See, for me, all these years, and we're talking about 35 years of me being addicted to trials and these horrible shows that I wish that I wasn't. But I know that it is so hard to, for the prosecution to have the burden of proof on them.
Right.
And that drives me nuts. Now, for us watching, sometimes we think like with Casey Anthony. Oh, we all thought it was an open closed case. No, they overcharged her, and that's why she walked.
Right. They have to be careful. But there are some things. If they're paying attention to all this and they're hearing me, because I know it's an election coming up, they need to charge her with something, and they can get something out of that.
Absolutely. Oh, I think they can get something. Yeah.
Yeah, and they can charge her with that. Did somebody say that she was sneaking stuff into his feeding tube?
I think she.
I don't know. So we're going to say no at this point.
I think there was an attempt.
We don't know that. That's alleged.
Okay, alleged.
Okay. Because I didn't know, but if someone caught her doing that, oh my God.
That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
What do you think of, so suppose you were to question this woman. What do you think of her, this poor lady, she goes out to the back garage and she's so, oh my God, my husband tried to off himself. I cut him down. Oh my God.
And the first thing I would say to her, if it looks suspicious, which in my opinion, it looks suspicious, is would you be willing to take a polygraph?
Okay. Well, polygraphs,
They're not admissible, no. But would you be willing to take one?
Mm-hmm. And then my next question would be, what do you think of a grieving wife playing dress up and living her best life?
That's ridiculous. There is no compassion there at all, which is another thing. Take my picture in front of my husband who's on life support. That just rings bells everywhere. Everywhere. It's just normal people that they don't do that stuff. They don't do that. Normal people that, and that should definitely be, a flag. But if you guys go out there to Yuma, you text me and you let me know, because I'll go out there and lose my religion.
Oh, jeez.
Because like I said, I have no filter. I've done it. found dead kids.
Oh no.
I've been on searches, and found dead kids, and I can't say a whole lot about, because then people would go, aha, we know who's talking. But we've gotten laws passed for these children. And sadly, most of what we, did as far as the canine went was kids.
Wow.
And it sucks. And you and Justin were talking about, you got to, decelerate yourself, you got to. We had counselors come in all the time to talk to us and help us work through it. Because we found a little girl, 7 years old. It was the worst one I'd ever seen. Throat slit, stabbed all over.
No.
And her eyes were open. Yeah. And it does take a lot out of you. Right? What you do, what I do, it takes a lot out of you. And you don't get hard. There's no way to get hard. You can, but it's really, really difficult. So, but I'm always here if you guys have any questions. If I don't have answers, I can find out, because I have a family that I worked with, and they're still my family.
That's amazing. Well, I thank you for answering our questions. Justin, do you have any more questions before she bups out?
Nope. I thought I had it muted. Nope.
I have one though, Molly.
Sure.
I have one. What did you get close enough to Johnny Depp, and what did he smell like?
No, I didn't.
I don't know. Darn it.
Nope.
I want to know what he smelled like.
You want to know what he smells like? Oh.
Yeah, what cologne wise. Yeah, I can't believe I'm sitting here saying this online, but I just kind of. Does he smell like Savage, Dior?
Savage? Don't know.
Huh?
Don't know.
Well. Okay. Well, yeah. If like I said,
True.
if you got any questions, get hold of me. If I don't know the answers to them, I'll find out.
All right.
But
Thank you so much.
I do not believe that he did this to himself. Do not believe it.
Yeah.
So, and I honestly think that he's not going to pass.
You think he's going to not pass?
I don't think he's going to pass, especially with what Miss Letitia said about him, smiling a little bit, squeezing her hand. The video of Andrea trying to kiss him, he turns his head away from her.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposedly off the ventilator. He's off the trach. I don't think he's going to. And I'm praying every day. And I do what you do, go and open your eyes.
Yeah.
So you guys, like I said, if you have any other questions, just give me a call.
Thank you so much, Miss
You're
Jane.
so very welcome.
God bless you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Interesting. Rubbing bodily fluids on someone containing drugs in saliva. Yeah. I'm reading an email. Raza is trying to ask why Dre said Vaughn screamed. He tried to ask if Vaughn was screaming because of him. She ignores him and asks if it was because of he imitates. Wow. Okay. So the video that I'm going to show you guys, Dre is telling a little story of Vaughn screaming when they played on the VR one time. Raza is trying to ask why Dre said Vaughn screamed. He tried to ask if Vaughn was screaming because of him. She ignores him again, and he asks if it was because, and he imitates a thumb across his throat. And this person says, I've wondered why the kids never seem sad in her videos either. Who knows what she told them or what they saw? Raza is begging to go to sleep. She said long before this that she was saying goodbye so he could go to bed. She continued for another half hour after this. Okay, so let's watch this. It's about a minute, a little over a minute. So, well, hold on. Crap, where to go? This is as loud as it will go. Let me know if you can hear it because I'm going to mute.
Can't hear it.
Nothing? Okay, hold on. Now we're going to watch Raza, what he does.
We are dependent on each other. I love that video because Raza watches a lot. The video that I'm in, it would be on it. I have to be on it. But you hear Vaughn scream at the end. Yeah. Yeah, it was Vaughn's love. Because I'm his precious baby.
Sticky boogie on her.
What, just see his hand? See what he just did?
Rewind that a little.
Kathy. It's very hard to hear. Okay. So Raza is trying to ask why Dre said Vaughn screamed. He tried to ask if Vaughn was screaming because of him, meaning Raza. Raza was saying was Daddy screaming because of me? And Dre ignores him and he asked if it was because, and he does this across the throat.
Wow.
And this person says, I wondered why the kids never seem sad on her videos either. Who knows what she told them or what they saw? And at the end, Raza is begging to go to sleep. She said long before this that she was saying goodbye so he could go to bed, but she still continued to stream another half an hour. Thank you so much, Kelly Gal. Number 3, thank you for your super sticker. Thank you so much. And thank you, Lori, for your super sticker. Thank you very much. So does Raza feel like, did you see that, LB? You're muted.
I didn't see him do the thing across the neck, but I heard you explaining it. I heard the voice because I was coming back outside and I was watching it on my phone. I was listening to it on my phone as I was coming back out, and I heard him talking, and I heard you pause it and say, "Is he yelling because of?" And you said he moved his hand across his throat.
Here, I'll show you. Yeah. He's so precious.
Yes.
You see that? Did you see it?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Well, was he, mommy? And look at Dre's face.
And just remember, she kept all this stuff up.
What does that even mean? Like,
Was he, mommy? Like, you're kidding? Yes. Oh, purple goodness. I hope not.
Just take it.
No, we're not.
Does he feel like, he was responsible for that? That's what I'm hoping, that he does not feel like he's responsible for that.
that's so weird that he would do this.
Mm-hmm.
And this was afterwards. Why?
Oh, yes.
Vaughn is in the hospital.
Yes.
And he's saying he was screaming because of me, or was he screaming because of, and he does that, right?
Amen, Sandy.
Yes.
Interview Taraz. You'll get all the answers. That little boy will sing like a canary. There's something very special about that kid. That kid is smart as
he's
wit.
very special. Yes.
Very, very smart for a kid his age.
And Dre just looks at the camera after that. I just want to take him on Sweet Innocent Baby. Yes.
I know. Don't you want to just like hug him and take him out to eat and take him out shopping? I love him. Poor thing.
He's a cutie. I just want to feed him some food, like whatever he wants to eat.
Did he do sign language? Raza knew sign language?
I don't know.
I've never heard that before.
Doctor rarely takes kids away. DHS. Oh. Well, it's, they're always home. Go to around 6:20 in this video. Pardon me. Where she's telling about her large cayenne pepper order from Walmart, and where she puts it in the pan, then accidentally breathes it in, and it made her choke. How do you think Vaughn felt when wheezing? Oh, wow.
Somebody just messaged me and said that she has been taking every video and sending it and forwarding it to the Arizona State Police. So she's in my inbox now.
Okay. Cool. Good night, guys. I'm in tears and I can watch no more. My heart is so broken. Oh, thank you, Francie. Thank you, honey. When was that filmed? It was just after what happened to Vaughn. Okay, 6:20.
It's like
I don't remember that. It's like I think I ordered 160,000 HU heat units. This is different. This is simply organic cayenne. It's the flavor is amazing. Growth is a must. People seem not to comprehend that. Okay. It's obviously people stuck in the same lifestyle. Like, what? Why wouldn't you grow? Like, if y'all even knew some of the things I did in my past, y'all would.
Oh, there we go again.
Handle me saying.
There we go again. Her talking about her past, things about she's did in her past.
Keep talking, girl.
About the YouTube clips. I probably have. I've got a lot in my inbox, but I'll look. Thank you, dear.
Kids before and saying lambs now, you would be shocked at some of the things y'all seen in my past. Okay, listen, I have made many poor decisions in life. Be careful, because it's strong.
Cover your mouth.
It's yesterday. This is oregano, but seasonings are life. You know, we're doing something different. I'm adding a bunch of oregano, and oregano or any spice or herb that is heated up, it's going to release the oil. So that's what you want. No need to explain yourself, great girl. You birthed them, okay? You.
All right. Listen, sister soldier. Let me tell you something. The seasonings that she's putting on do not match. Only the oregano.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, I'm not trying to explain myself per se, but I'm like, what if people really believe that? Like, but you did this in the past, girl. What? I did a whole lot of things, okay? A lot of things. Okay, this one is here. Parsley. Lots of parsley. Parsley is the bomb.
It
So
comes at the
already I
end.
got parsley, fennel seeds, oregano, and this is going to be basil. And I don't think I'm going to add too much.
You don't
Dude,
add that with red
Teresa.
cayenne pepper. It
Is that
doesn't
Teresa?
match.
No, the real Dre anyway. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I thought it said Teresa. I'm so sorry. Were you, hold on. Were you on RA medication before alkaline vegan? Yeah. So they had me on, but that was a long time ago. I'm only alkaline vegan for maybe not even a year yet. But the last time I took any type of pharmaceuticals, that was a very long time ago. And then I'm adding some basil. So I used to be on gabapentin, Flexeril, what other, Flexeril. At one time I was on Norco. One time I was on Tramadol. You know, I went to a rheumatologist, and they're the ones that diagnosed me with fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, you know, just a whole lot of unnecessary suffering. And the worst thing is that, you know, it's not just the
What is she making?
It doesn't make sense what she's making. As someone who cooks and knows a lot about cooking, the spices don't even match. She's only got the parsley. I don't know. It almost looks like she's trying to make a bread, like a crust that you would put a chicken cutlet in. But the cayenne pepper does not go with basil and oregano. And your parsley is parsley's for cleaning the palate and for decor. That comes at the end. Otherwise, it's gonna just look like black stuff. Does she say? Let's see. Maybe she'll say what she's making.
Diagnosed with. It's also the medication that they give you. It's hard on the body, like really, really hard on the body. So it's just, yeah, I don't, it's like, why continue to take medication if you still gonna feel like crap? You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like crap before it. I felt like crap. And I would say I was on it for like 6 months, you know, at least. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna let this continue to brown. the spelt flour, all of that. And then I'm going to start to work on the water. So the spelt flour is going to brown, and then I'm going to add some liquid. The liquid I'm going to start to work on right now.
What's the liquid?
Okay, Patricia. Okay, people worried about the wrong things. People are worried about the wrong things. That's okay. That's what they worried about, not me. I myself don't like taking medication. Yeah, same. Yeah, same. I'm so looking forward to switching alkaline vegan. It's life-changing, really. It really, really is. Okay, so now I'm going to be making the liquid. I'm adding half of an onion. Last night, I only added like a quarter of an onion. Today, we don't add half. Hold up. That didn't even fall through. Dude, this is so good. Like, when we were eating it, it was crazy. None of us could believe how good it was last night. It's so good. Y'all are going to love it.
I'd rather die than eat that.
In the house. Okay, so I have half of an
I would
onion.
rather die. I'll choose
I'm
death.
also adding hemp seeds.
Oh my God.
Not measuring it, just
poor
adding
family.
it. And then I'm going to add spring water.
Oh my God.
What the hell is that?
Jesus, that's her special water. It's like $16 per gallon.
Okay.
Crystals
Hopefully
offers
that's
it.
not too much. Hopefully that's enough. Oh yeah. And then thyme. I'm adding fresh thyme.
Thyme now. Oh.
That's not a lot. And then every so often, just
It's
mix
time
it
for you to eat good,
browning,
girl.
Which is good. You just don't want it to get burnt, you know? I'm sorry. Some of the comments, it's hard to read. Thank God I'm a subscriber and I get separate positive content. Yes! Slay Mafia is just, yeah. See, this is, I love my supporters. I don't know what I would do without it. It's so calm and it's so peaceful. It's bomb. I need the product that works for everything. Well, I mean, this is, I don't sell a product and I don't promote a product. Like CMOS is really good, but if you want true health benefits, then what you want to do is eat right, no longer poison your body with harmful foods. That's truly what you want. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up. And
she's on another planet. She looks like she's in my kitchen. It's ridiculous.
She does look like she's in your kitchen. That looks just like your kitchen, Marissa.
I know.
That's in an Airbnb.
Take that.
I made it. Yeah.
Vegan gravy.
Dude, I would love, I don't want to open a restaurant, but I need people to taste my food because it's so good.
No,
I don't know
thank
what
you.
I'm going to do, but it is so bomb. I'm going to add a little bit more after smoking salt. Are you ever able to eat out at a restaurant? No. But I mean, why do I need to, you know, like, let's say I go to a restaurant and they have vegetables that I can eat. Well,
Thank you,
are they
Nana.
using oil that is good, you know? Is it house? This is an Airbnb. You know, we live in Yuma, Arizona.
Oh my
and my
God.
husband's in the hospital. So
Vomit.
we brought our trailer over to Tucson, and it's just a little hard for my lambs, you know, it's just a little bit difficult because they're in. Okay, turn it low because when it pops up, it's scary. It's just a little bit difficult for them to be in that small space. Dude, I think that was almost like the perfect amount of liquid. And then liquid smoke, y'all. So there is a lot of liquid smoke out there that is not good for you. And it's
You want your
because
gravy
it has a lot of
smoked?
sodium, it has a lot of different things. But this right here, all it is liquid smoke. If you go to your, hold on, give me 1 second. There we go.
God.
Throw
Okay.
up in a pan.
So
Exactly,
if
Brittany.
you go to my Amazon storefront, it's in the description, the bit.ly or whatever. Go to that bit.ly, and then you will see my Amazon storefront. This specific liquid smoke will be on there. And all it is liquid smoke. And think about it. Smoke, you trap the smoke, and it becomes a liquid, you know?
You're an idiot.
Just the way my hubby, after he ate my food, he just wanted to cuddle because it was so good. Really, I feel like my food just brings people together. You know,
Oh my God.
my food.
Able to get off one of your medications, right? So she kind of relapsed in eating alkaline vegan, and her seizures started back. And
Bullshit.
you know, there might be some medication that helps you for sure. You know, and you wouldn't even be able to a whole lot of videos that are going to be helpful for you.
Okay. So I know. Thank you, Graceful Purple Butterfly. So I got that video back with Raza talking, and it's much better, the audio. So
Okay. That girl's out of her mind.
yes.
Need you. We are dependent on each other.
Can I press the blue or can I?
I love that video because Raza watches it a lot. The video where I'm in the VR. I have the VR. But you hear Vaughn scream at the end. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was Vaughn screamed loud. Because I'm his precious baby.
At me, mommy.
You're a psycho, in my opinion.
Was he? I wasn't when he wasn't gonna eat. Mommy, when you go to my bed yet? I want to go to our bed yet. I'm tired to see the outside of my eyes. They're completely red.
My eyes are completely red. Poor baby. He said, "Look up, mommy. I want to go to bed. My eyes, look, they're completely red."
Why won't she let him sleep?
Huh?
Why won't she let him sleep?
Yeah.
Does she give an answer? Because a lot of times I notice that, like, when I
She
put out
ignores
that
him.
one video, when I put that one video out where he's like, "But mommy, please, I'm so hungry," and people wanted to scold me and say, "You didn't see the whole video." Excuse me? Well, then get me the whole video. Because I know that she did not give an explanation as to why he was denied food. He said, "Mom, but please, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry." That's an explanation. I want food because I am so hungry. Now, she went like this, back to her eyelash. She never said, right? She never said, "You just ate, I'll give you some food in a little while," or "Dinner's cooking and it'll be ready in a few minutes." Where's the rest of this video? Otherwise, that's all we've got. So if you're going to clip something, clip the whole thing. And that's what gets people angry, is because she shooed him off like he was nothing.
Sick narcissist enjoy the misery. That's the truth. That is the damn truth. Um,
Hi guys. Okay,
so this video is about Dre with a feeding, talking about Von's feeding tube.
This is gonna be a really short update. I realize that I haven't updated you guys in a few days, but there's reasons behind that. So I'm gonna get into all of that. Okay, so the last thing that you guys knew and that I had posted was about Vaughn getting the surgery, the trach, and he got the peg tube. Is that how you say it? The peg tube, the his stomach, the thing that you feed, right? So surgery went well, and that was the last update that you guys heard from me. Hi, Jesse. Thank you for being here. Hi, Alexis. Hi, Amparo. Hi, Mary Chrissy. I'm so glad you're here. I didn't want to ask you to be here, so I'm so glad.
My God.
So the day after Vaughn had the surgery, they were already trying to wean him off the ventilator. And that was way too soon. It wasn't even 24 hours since he had surgery, and they're already trying to do that. His left lung partially collapsed because of it.
This is where she talks about the collapsed lung.
They call me and it's like, okay, Miss McCray, I just want to let you know, this is what happened to your husband. We're sorry we have to deliver this news, but the best thing that we can do is put in a chest tube to get the stuff out. I don't
Draining.
I think it was the air out. And you know, of course, I prayed about it, and she quickly let me know that this was a very serious, time-sensitive thing. So me, of course, it's like, you know, immediately praying, because I'm not familiar with a lung collapsing. They said it's a good thing because it was a partial collapse. His whole lung didn't collapse, but that this was very serious. So I told them, yes, please, you know, whatever you have to do to save, like, please do. So it was a bit serious, which is
amazing how she trusts the doctors to fix his lung, though. Isn't that something? She don't trust him for anything else, but my God, when there's an emergency and your lungs collapsed and you need life support and everything, how you trust the FDA then?
Right. Yeah.
She's a hypocrite on steroids in my opinion.
Can I be honest with you?
What?
She physically makes my stomach sick. Every time you pull up a video, I'm like, it's like, I'm not trying to be dramatic or anything, but like, it's like reliving a nightmare. At this point, I feel like suing you, Andrea, for PTSD. Am I right, you guys? Every time we have to look it up?
I think PTSD is a little dramatic.
I don't know what it is. There's something about her, but when you pull up this girl's face, I'm like, ugh. And I want to
voice.
Yes, the voice, the fake voice, the fakeness, the acting, the manipulation, and then these look at this wig. She looks like a moron. How does she not see that? I don't think she can see that she looks like she's malnourished. Let me tell you guys something. Please don't take her medical advice on trying to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, I know she doesn't talk about it much, but guess what? Get more physical activity, eat less, cut out sugar, lower your carbs, bring in healthy organic foods. That's how you lose weight the right way. You don't have to turn into some, God, what do they call it? You have your, just one of those people that go way into it. You know, they have like
oh, wow. Justin, I sent you an email with the video where she asked to help to get vegan tube
Oh God.
feeding. Son of a bitch.
Listen, there's no way a guy like Marvin truly ever wanted to be a vegan. Come on. A Southern boy who, listen, the Southern, they love fried chicken, they love ribs, they love sweet potato pie, they love all the macaroni and cheese and the biscuits and the cornbread. That's what comfort food is. That's what people are raised on. You're not going to be able to. Yeah. Well, guess what? I would never be a vegan. I'm like, you know what works for you? Good. Stay that way. This girl is, what do they call that word? Extremist. That's what it is. She became an extremist.
Yes.
That's the problem. Not only did she do it to herself, because it's fine to do that to yourself, but when you do that to your husband and your kids, no, that's not right. That's not fair. And it's completely and totally wrong. You really screwed up your whole family. You really, really did. And you want to know something? I hope, no, because I'm about to turn this shit off. This bitch gets on my last freaking nerves because, listen, I can't sit here for hours listening to this girl. I can't.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do it. She's an extremist. She's out of her fucking mind. And you want to know something? Someone needs to find her and take those kids away before she hurts. And I'm telling you, it's not going to be the little girls. It's going to be that little boy. If she hurts any of them, I think she's really got it in for that little boy. I really do. There's some kind of weird thing going on where she just does not like this little kid. And I think one of the possibilities is because he has the loosey lips. Loose lips sink ships. I think that's what it is. He's a little too honest. And what's her bread and butter? The internet. And here comes little Roz to say, mom's a horrible mom. You know? Asking her questions when she doesn't want to be asked questions, making her look bad. Just think about when the camera's off.
Oh my God.
She thinks she looks like Marilyn Monroe? No. I think she looks like a cracked out Lady Gaga. And she looks like a hermaphrodite. That's what she looks like.
Marissa.
It's my opinion.
You can't say that.
I can't say she looks like a fucking hermaphrodite.
No.
I think that's what she looks like.
That's so mean.
She looks like a hermaphrodite.
She looks malnourished is what she looks
I didn't
like.
say that she is a hermaphrodite. I'm saying she looks and resembles a hermaphrodite.
Oh.
If you saw this, all right, listen. Justin, be honest. You're in Target. You're going over to the toothpaste aisle, right?
Yes, she looks like a drag queen. Yes.
All right. Are you gonna think twice and wonder?
I'm not gonna think I don't know. I wouldn't know if she was a hermaphrodite or not.
Well, you'd be thinking it. She looks so androgynous. You know? Forget it. It doesn't matter what I think. Look, to me, she looks like a hermaphrodite. For me, I'm like, I don't know. Hey, must be great to be hermaphrodite. You could just fuck yourself all day. Be really happy. But for her to sit up on that chair and say, we don't watch porn. We won't even watch movies with sex scenes. Oh, really? Should I just hand you my nun costume? Because you're trying to act all innocent. And then we see all these other videos about how you used to be the biggest hoe in the world. Come on, girl. This is the thing. She lies so much that she forgets what she's lying about. Look at Justin. Face planting. Hey, I'm being honest. She put it out there. I didn't know who she was. I didn't buy her cheap ass jewelry. I didn't tell her to put her family on some whacked out extremist vegan diet and lose all her hair and look like Skeletor? No one told her to do that. How's she going to cry about money while she's spending $500 on special water? You want to know something, sister? Over in Africa, the water that they drink is the same water that they bathe and go to the bathroom in. How about that? Are you over there helping him? Are you over there helping them? No. The fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm sorry, Justin, but
She's crazy.
she is. Or were you talking about me?
Both.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. There's no child abuse going on in this house. And nobody's missed a meal in this house. Okay?
Oh, that's for sure.
And there's listen, my husband might be a little jealous of Tom Cruise, but guess what? It's not like he's hitting on me, asking me if I want to swing. Okay? She's got some nerve. She's got a lot of nerve, this chick. Toss and whatever.
Hey guys.
Yes.
I'm getting so sleepy. I'm gonna go watch a movie with my son. He
Okay.
came in earlier and asked, which I'll probably pass out.
Good.
Yeah,
Good
definitely
idea.
gonna pass out. But thank you guys. Thank you for inviting me back up on the
Good
panel.
idea.
And I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone. in
All
the
right.
chat.
Good night, Elle.
Bye, y'all.
Good idea. See, doesn't that sound like a great idea?
Yes.
What do you mean don't leave Molly? I had the chance. I can't look at this chick and take her seriously and say, oh, they diagnosed me with fibromyalgia. Yeah, okay.
Well, I want to hear what she says about Vaughn is what I want to hear.
All right, go ahead. For 20 more minutes? Oh, God. Can you put it on 2.0?
No, we don't got to listen to it all. Of course, we don't listen to all the 20 minutes.
Is why you haven't heard an update
I gotta
from me,
go.
because it was a little bit, like this is a critical moment. And then it was, there was just a lot of things happening with the whole lung collapse situation and him needing pain medication. And it was just a lot. So everything worked out. Within a couple hours, his left lung started to reinflate. And so that's a really good thing. They were telling me that one of the nurses was telling me that she's never seen that it be this quickly. Hold on. Like 7 videos of him doing that. It was just, I can't. He's so cute. He's so cute. I don't talk about what the doctors say about his prognosis because that's irrelevant, boo. We don't ask that question around here. It's not what does God say about his prognosis? That man's gonna heal. Okay, so we don't need to know about the doctors. I don't tell nobody. My own mother doesn't even know what the tests show, what the doctors say. That I do not, those words do not come out of my mouth at all. You are not going to hear me repeat. And there's been many doctors and people who want me to let them know what I understand about it because they think that I don't get what they're saying. Like, okay, Miss McCrae, can you tell me what it is you understand? And I let them know respectfully, I understand what the tests show. I understand his prognosis. Like, I get it. Well, can you relate? And I never do, because I'm not going to speak that on my husband. They can, but me as his wife, as the love of his life, and him being the love of my life, that absolutely. You're not going to hear me say anything negative about him because that's not what I want for him. I was able to talk to someone today, and she was asking me the same thing, and I wasn't going to tell her. She was like, I just want to make sure that we're, talking apples and apples, not apples and oranges. And I just had to let her know, like, I understand what the doctors are saying, but I don't accept it because my God is greater. We were made to live forever. Like when Jehovah created us, our brains had the ability to regenerate itself. So I refuse to believe that every single part of the body can heal except the brain. Miss me with that. I refuse to accept it. And sure enough, he wasn't supposed to have his reflexes, and he wasn't, like all his reflexes weren't working. Well, the man was just injured. Like, of course, I don't expect, like, if I were to break my foot, which I have in the past, if I broke my foot, you take an x-ray 3 days later, it's not going to look good. And if I don't walk, then that would make sense. So if he cannot wake up right now, or if he cannot use his reflexes, well, that would make sense because he was just injured. So I'm not expecting him to be able to walk about the hospital. I got time, he got time, God got time. We're all in good timing. Just like a pregnant woman, she needs to.
When it comes to your reflexes, you still have to be able to, like, that's why doctors will, like, pinch the foot and see if there's any type of reflexes, because it's your brain, your spinal cord, your nerve system, and so you got to have a reflex. So I mean, I get it's only been 3 days, but it's a sign you really need to watch out for. Exactly, Jade. Injured? Question mark. He had no pulse. That's exactly right. He was clinically, I guess you could say, dead. They got a pulse back.
Do that full 10 months, not 9. She needs to do the full 10 months. You try to take that baby out at 7 months, then there's going to be consequences and repercussions. Maybe the lungs aren't going to be fully developed. So in the meantime, I'm going to let the man sleep. I'm going to let him rest. I look at it as him being able to finally sleep. The man works so hard. Like, we work hard. We're a hardworking couple over here. So let him just let him do his thing. Yawning is a reflex. There you go. And he would gag too. He would gag and he blinks his eyes, and he moved his arms. It's just like, so right now he still has because I gotta go. I'm running a little bit late. This is longer than what I should have been like. But anyways, he still has, but it's from what the nurse said, it's not like a chest tube, it's a pigtail is what she said. So it's not what most people would have, like him, because he had a partial lung collapse.
Shannon, you're absolutely right. She is minimizing the entire situation, and I understand you want the positive, the power of positive energy, so they say, and I believe in the law of attraction, but I also believe in the law of reality as well. Um, you know, you Dre doesn't know balance, in my opinion, very well. So she wants to like gloss over all of the problems, in my opinion, and just say, oh, nothing's wrong here, nothing wrong. A collapsed lung is the worst pain ever. You know something? It was worse than labor. Wow. I can imagine, oh my goodness, having a collapsed lung. Now, a girl I used to work with many years ago, she was, I don't know, she was probably like 34 at the time, and she was at work and her lung collapsed, and it was very scary. But um your lung can collapse for, you know you can be perfectly healthy and your lung can collapse. um Thank you, Ashley.
It was a pigtail. I didn't realize that. So yeah. Anyways, but it's still in there. So because it's still in there, I asked respectfully if they could not try to, wean him off the ventilator, because he has a trach, so they're asking about the trach tube. Or
Yes, he also had COVID. On top of all of these struggles he was going through, he also had COVID. Can you imagine COVID? A alleged hanging or whatever he went through, and a collapsed lung. He has fought. Poor Vaughn. Yeah, COVID, and she wants to put saliva on him. Crazy. It is. And blood in his urine, yes. I don't know, Sandy. That's a good question. I don't know how he got COVID before or after the saliva part, but yes, COVID on top of it all.
Whatever. Anyways, or no, not trach, to trach mask. Like that's what you do to get someone to wean off. But I respectfully ask, like, while he has a chest tube in, like, can we not try to make this man trying to overwork? Because I fear that that's why his lung collapsed. It wasn't even 24 hours after surgery, and we're already trying to get him to wean off. Like, let the man rest. And sure enough, we are all on the same page. Like, it's all good vibes and energy with the doctors. They understand where I'm coming from. I understand where they're coming from. And he's progressing like every single time that I go in there. And even from like yesterday and the day before, like it was a little bit, he was healing. But last night, oh my gosh, before I left the hospital last night, it was really, really sad because normally I don't talk about anything negative in front of him at all whatsoever. But there was an issue that I had to talk to the nurse about. And I was like, listen, these are the reasons why I am making certain decisions. And I talked to her about it. As soon as she left the room, I looked at him and he had a tear coming down out of his eye. And I recorded that too. It's like, this is sad. This is why I am his advocate and I speak for what I know that he would want, not me. I don't make decisions off of what I want, but him. We've been.
I call complete bullshit on that, in my opinion. Complete bullshit on that. She has done everything that she has wanted for the entire family. So, Dre, you think he wanted to be moved 4, 5 times? Not even. It's what Dre wants. Everything is what Dre wants.
Been married for the last 7 years, so I know better than anyone what he would want and not want. And whenever I left, the fact that he had to hear such negativity, like this was him with his tear. Like, look at his little tear. So sad. So sad. And I hadn't seen him cry in like 4 days. But him hearing just the negativity, it's like he know. This is why when a doctor wants to come and talk to me, we do not speak in that room because he is not going to hear what they have to say. Because if they have to tell me what the tests show, they have to tell me what they know, but they're not going to tell me in front of him. Absolutely not. And they're respectful about it. So it's not like I'm here demanding stuff. It's just, y'all know where I stand. He's not going to hear anything negative about anything. When you first walk in the hospital. Wait, hold on. No, not yet. Okay, Bunny. I'm almost done. Okay, so anyways, I just wanted to give y'all an update. It's hard. It's hard because
Dre says she's not demanding. She is very demanding in the hospital. We've got videos saying, we're leaving. I'm out of here. I'm his doctor. It's just hypocritical, control freak, in my opinion.
because now that I've went public with everything, like we've always shared our life with social media. Like this page ain't new.
We've always been open for the last 5 years. You can go back to prior videos. You will see videos of my baby daddy cooking with me, doing makeup with me, doing voiceovers, hanging out, especially with supporters. Like, you will see so many cooking lives back there. Like, there's just so, Raza, not yet, please. Like, we've always been open with our lives. So this ain't nothing new, but it's still a very sensitive thing because this is what we're living through. Like, this is real life. This is not, make believe or set up or whatever. Like, he's really in the hospital, like my children really haven't seen their dad for like over a month. Like, and that's not something that I want them to even come to the hospital right now to visit him, not in this state. Like, he's gonna wake up, he's gonna heal as of right now, because a lot of people are not mentally strong. And I mean, I'm just keeping it real. A lot of people have negative mindsets, and a lot of people are just, they're low frequency vibrational people, and that's just the way it is. Me, though, yeah, no, I'm a very strong, mentally strong woman. I also rely on Jehovah, and I know how he created us, and I know how powerful God's Holy Spirit is. So, it's a bit different. So as of right now, only positive, high frequency vibes for my amazing, precious husband. Whenever you see videos and I post stuff, like, I don't even want you to feel sad or bad. I want you to be like, wow, he is getting better every single day. Like, this is a good thing. He's healing. He's changing. Like, he's doing stuff that he didn't do before, stuff that they said he would never do. All this yawning, to me, that's a sign he's about to wake up. Like, it's, anyways. So today we got to flirt a lot. We got to flirt a lot. It was cute. He kept yawning for me. He kept blinking for me, especially.
How do y'all feel about that comment? I'd like to know. Flirting. Because that, I've always said it, that video of her singing to him in the hospital, I can't get over that video. It's like I just feel like she's over him, and she's like, I don't know. I can't even explain how I feel about that video. We were flirting, and then she also says she wants to pull out his catheter for a moment. Delusions of grandeur. That's great. That's a great way to put it. Flirting. How? I mean, does she think this stuff is cute? That's what I want to know. Does she actually think it's cute? Or does she think they're really flirting? Or does she just want to make like they're love bugs? When clearly there was a lot of problems in their relationship. A lot of problems. But then after this happens, that's exactly right, Liz. Yes. The yawning is a sign of withdrawal. Yes. When you are coming down off of opioids or K, that your body thinks it's an opioid, has opioid properties, he's She's as fake as those eyelashes. It's a very weird comment.
When I would sing to him, I sing to him every single day, and I'm loud as hell. And when the nurses come in, I don't stop singing. They can hear me too, because they can see just what I see. I see a man who is healing. I see a man who's making progress. Anybody who comes up into that room, I show them pictures of what our family looks like. I've already shown it before on a live, but I'm gonna show it to you again, because I had to show more people. I talked to someone new today that hasn't talked to me before, and I wanted to tell her this is the same picture I show everybody, because whenever you think of my husband, I don't want you to think of him in this hospital bed the way he is right here. This is how I want you to think of him, right here, with our happy family. I like no, you don't you dare say that. Don't you dare say that. No, you don't. Careful, you're shaking.
What did he say? I'm going to replay that.
With our happy family. I like no, you don't.
What does he say?
Husband, I don't want you to think of him in this hospital bed the way he is right here. This is how I want you to think of him, right here, with our happy family. I like no, you don't you dare say that. Don't you dare say that. No, you don't. Careful, you're shaking the table, Bunny. It's just so cute. Like no, you don't you dare. Like no, like with our happy family. I like no, you don't you dare say that.
That's wow. Excuse me. I look and he says it twice. It's really sad. I hope he doesn't think that. He's probably always hearing it because of all the stuff Dre's saying.
Don't you dare say that. No, you don't. Careful, you're shaking the table, Bunny. Just so cute. Anyways, I just want to update you guys. Have a good night. Just feel all the happy positive.
Yeah, I can slow it down. Let me see here.
Right here. With our happy family. I like no, you don't you dare say that. Don't you dare say that. No, you don't. Careful, you're shaking the table, Bunny. Just so cute. Part of manifesting is creating the emotions of what you want to happen. So what we're going to do is be excited because he's gonna wake up. How are you going to feel when he wakes up? However you're going to feel, I want you to feel that prematurely, because then it's going to match up. You are going to attract that to make that really happen. It would be good.
That's just crazy to me. Like, I don't know if he's saying ugh as in a short way to say that, but that is so uncommon for a kid to say that at such a young age, isn't it? Don't you think? Okay. If anybody wants to come up, you're welcome to come up. Just need to show your face in the back or the studio here, and you can turn it off after that if you want to come up. If he was there, he would, if that were he asked if she loved him. She's always cutting him off. Always. According, he would not say that about himself unless he heard some. That's what I'm saying, Jamie. I think that definitely he hears Dre say that a lot, probably. What the oldest wanted to do. I don't see how she can be so consumed with her hair makeup outfits when her children have been going through things. That is a very good point. I mean, how can she be concerned about such the, nobody's telling her to walk around like a ragamuffin or anything like that, but the extra is just a little bit, I don't know. I don't think. Oh, I mean, it's just a little bit extra with the eyelashes and everything else, right? He does call himself a poppy head in another video. F up. I thought I heard F up as well. He's 7. He looks a little small to be 7, doesn't he? Thank you, No Red Ink. Thank you. He said, "Mommy, do you love me?" And then she said, "Sorry you had to see him like that." Yeah, I mean, I mean, like, I just think he's just really small for his age. Very small for his age. Someone just sent me something. 1 second. Let me see what this is. Social media, the court of the custody. Okay. This says, I would like to clear up the latest misinformation being shared on social media. The court hearing for custody between Marvon's wife and her ex-husband has continued up on request by petitioner Dre. Dre was served, if you look below under date and description 7/27/22 motion was approved for alternative method of service. This means her ex-husband's petition on this date to an alternative method of service for serving her. Yes. Which could have been through a friend, work, social media, email, publication, or another location she was at Now, if you look at the top, very first line, 8-3-22, motion continued. PE1 means Dre put in a motion to continue another day. PE1 is an abbreviation for petitioner. And if you look at the top, first picture, Andrea, petitioner, PE1, I know there's been someone saying they've been in contact with a friend of the father. However, I find that hard to believe, because if someone they would have known Dre had already been served prior to 8-3-22, and the motion for method of service was held on 7-27-22. They also would know that Dre had the case continued, not the father. Everything I shared with you as public records. The same person who told you it was continued because Dre didn't show up because she hadn't been served, could have shared all this with you. However, didn't, because it would change her narrative, in my opinion. She wanted to be right so bad she misled her followers by sharing misinformation to back her story, in my opinion. So it's saying that is what real. She shed a tear because she fears for his. So she requested for it to happen another day, which I guess you can't. I mean, you can request it. Unfortunately, yeah. 78 pounds is heavy for a 7-year-old. Yes, he said. Someone just came up. Sorry, I didn't see him. You're welcome to come back up if you want. I'll drop a link. I mean, she can continue it, but I don't know if she can continue it forever. I think there comes a point where she'll be made to come in. Yeah, Cassie. Thank you. Yes. That's my thoughts a lot. That is from Justice for Vaughn. Sweet Tea and Biggie, welcome to the program. Hello.
I'm turning my camera. I look like
How are you
mess.
doing? You're fine.
I'm doing good. I had a couple of things. I saw that video again where she was talking about where she had to call 911 on Vaughn. And I'm assuming it was for the first attempt, or what they consider, or not attempt, but an overdose. And
Okay.
she said
Where he was on the couch. She had to lock the
yeah,
door in the bathroom. Yeah, that one. Okay.
yeah. She's saying that they flashed when the EMT people got there, that they flashed the lights in his eyes and said, "Yeah, he's definitely on something." But what caught me, what I caught this past time, was she said, and I tried to convince them that he wasn't on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to convince them. So that was a red flag for me too. But I also talked to my retired police officer friend, and he said that as soon as Dre mentioned that the daughter had come out, or that there were kids inside, the officers should have automatically gone in, period, and checked on those kids. And
A welfare check at the minimum.
Right.
Minimum.
And then the other thing was, if God forbid he passes away, I wonder what would be listed as the cause of death. Would it be S, or would it be complications of S, or what?
Yeah.
Obviously there's still an ongoing investigation, so that's up in the air, but still I was sitting here going, well, golly, what would it be?
Generally they will, it can be more than one factor, right? It can be, for instance, like congestive heart failure, but with related to
Oh, okay.
the S word, or it can be a multi-factor, you know what I mean? But that's a good question. I don't know, that would be up to a doctor or an examiner.
Well, and the thing is that they can be changed, correct?
Oh,
Correct.
absolutely. Yes.
Okay, so if they put something and then something else came out, they can modify it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, that's all I wanted to say.
Yes.
I love you.
Well, thank you. Love you too, darling. You take care. Thank you. Bye-bye. Um, that is a very interesting question. Let's hope that he comes out of this. We can pray at least, but yeah, Nana Bear, not everyone should have children. That is an understatement. How do you send an email, Kimberly? Right here. Pop it for you. When was she at Disney? Yeah. Well, there's a difference in the manner of death as well, the manner and the cause of death. Those are two different things as well. Okay. Um,
Glands, I think something like that. Hold on, let me check something. Okay, pituitary adenomas. I went and checked, and that's what it says. Pituitary adenomas. So if his and that's all connected. His prostate, his thyroid, like all that's connected, right? So I'm giving him sperm vitality, and I was talking to Vaughn, and he thought I was giving him sperm vitality this whole time, and I was like, nah, because when you order that tea from Crystal, like
that right there proves that he thought I was giving him sperm vitality this whole time. And I was like, nah, that shows you that he did not know what the hell he was taking at all times. That shows you right there. He does not know what he was taking all the time. There you go. You're welcome to come up. I know, Selena. Take him out to McDonald's and give him a cheeseburger. Chelsea, I'm sure that they have every single one of these videos. And I'm sure, they may even have a lot more than we have. So, thank you along for the ride. We need a timeline comparing dates and videos, events. I'm working on it. Working on it right now. This might shed some light on things. Yes, working on a timeline. When the camera is off, I bet she talks hateful to him. She cares about herself here. Yes. Thank you along for the ride. And Jackie, you notice how whenever like the fighting video, how Lauren, just need to show your face, hon. Thank you very much. You can turn it off if you want. Whenever she is fighting with him, you can tell she's like way calmer than what she probably would be if the camera was off. She wanted to make herself look good, and Vaughn, in my opinion, looked like he was the abusive one, when in my opinion it still wasn't even that bad for him. How are you doing, Lauren?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good.
I just had a question. People are saying that Raza is 70 something pounds, and that seems kind of weird to me because he looks very thin.
I don't think he was 70 some pounds, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have a 12-year-old son who is very active in sports and is very thin.
Yeah.
But he eats a ton. So
Yeah.
I don't think that he is 72, 78, whatever they're saying.
Yeah. He does not, in my opinion, look 70 some pounds.
Yeah. So I was just curious about like where people got that information from.
Thank you. I don't know where they got that information. I mean, I was seeing it in chat. People were saying 77 pounds, 72 pounds. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I have 5 children, and my youngest is gonna be 3, and he's big. He's a big boy. All my kids are over 9 pounds, so they're big boys and girls.
Yes.
And they don't look anything like him. He looks very skinny and malnourished to me.
He looks smaller to me. I mean, to me, he looks like around maybe 55 pounds or something in that area. But, there's a... Okay, Krumi. Thank you. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello. But Lauren, I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just feel bad for him because he's such a cute little boy, and I can't imagine.
He's so precious. I love hearing his little prayers too.
Yes, I mean,
He
I just feel
he
bad.
prays really good. I gotta give Dre that, if she taught him that. He did.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows what happened,
So,
but I hope they get custody of him and he lives a great life because it doesn't seem like right now is the best time for him, and I feel awful.
it's very sad.
And do we have any excuse me, do you have any information on Vaughn? Is he doing any better or any updates? Because I haven't been on.
We will not have an update on Vaughn until the parents or step parents, they get out there and see.
Okay.
Because there's no way like Dre's gonna call us and say,
Yeah, of
here's
course.
the update, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
But something should be happening hopefully soon.
Okay,
And
great.
should get out there. But yeah, but God forbid, something could happen and we not know.
Yeah, exactly. Like if he's not on a respirator or any kind of breathing mechanism, he can always get sick, and that could be the end, unfortunately. And I hope really it's not the case because he seemed like a really great guy, and he just got into a horrible situation with her.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is Dre's dream man because she wanted someone who she could control and manipulate.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think, in my opinion, at probably the last couple years, it was probably Vaughn's nightmare.
Of course, yeah. I think she brainwashed him into this, diet and this way of living, and it's sad. It really is.
It really is sad. And I hope Dre gets help herself, so that she can herself find happiness, and for her kids' sake and for her own sake. So
I think she's dangerous, Justin.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree.
I mean,
I
something's
was
there. Something's
no,
there.
you know what? I'm in shock. First of all, I have not lost sleep. You and Marissa and Al are doing such a phenomenal job. Thank you so
Oh,
much. Because as
thank
tired as I am working full time and watching you, you guys are on this all day, every day. God bless every single one of you. But
thank
I do want to I can't understand why this woman is not in jail. And I understand we are not allowed to say anything other than alleged. But
Mhm.
think about it. A judge only goes on facts. He doesn't want to hear what ifs, could have, maybe she lied for entertainment purposes. First of all, I think Vaughn right now is in the safest place possible. He's in the hospital with doctors and he has security there. That's fine. Now, my only concern is about the children. These children are with this woman who, in my opinion, is very unstable mentally. I'm sure she loves her kids. She gave birth to them. God bless.
Right, right.
But when you go on facts, her husband, her ex-husband, the little girl's father, the only thing he needs to say to the judge is, I don't care if she doesn't want to show up for court. I need you to put an injunction on where my kid's welfare is, or he can sue CPS. My thing is, she's not allowing her kids to go in front of the court because all the judge has to ask for is a welfare checkup with blood test. The blood test will show, you know how you showed us the picture, the video of her daughter taking kratom with a spoon,
Yes.
kicking it back? That's an opioid. That's illegal. I wish I could speak to Jane Doe because she said, "Does anyone have questions?" And you have like 5,000 on like 3,000 people. I'm like, she'll never see my question. So
Yeah.
if she can, the judge can serve an injunction like he did for the Vallow kids. Remember, they were missing. These kids are now missing because
Yes.
he does not know where they are. So there should be an Amber Alert put on them because they may possess illegal drugs in their system. They're youth. They're minors. The little boy himself said, "Mom, you give me that." She said, "Passion flower?" She said, "No, the brown things." And then he said, "Kratom." My heart dropped. He said it himself. So they have that in their bloodstream. She will get arrested right away as soon as they
Yeah,
take.
it has opioid properties.
Yeah, and how long does opioid property stay in your blood? Anywhere from 30 to 60 days. I'm thinking. No?
I don't know. I don't know if it's that long. And kratom is not a full opioid. It just has opioid properties. So, it doesn't work on the breathing receptors in your brain.
Okay.
So you can't physically, you can overdose on K, but you can't, it won't kill you. It'll just make you throw up.
Okay.
So that's the good thing about K. You
Thank
know,
God.
you can't
But
physically
she did
overdose
say
on.
she OD'd on it a couple of times.
Yes, yes. And by OD, you just throw up.
Oh, okay.
I
You
don't want
just
to
throw up.
interrupt anybody, but I just have
No,
a
you're fine.
question. Um, didn't she have to get the children to a pediatrician at a certain point, and they didn't see anything going on that was abnormal?
Now that was alleged. I
If
don't.
I were him, I would say blood work right away.
I agree,
The
100%.
little girl,
Correct, Jerry. It's
she
it's
will
not
go to
just
jail. She's
schizophrenia.
given. I'm so sorry. I feel so scared for these children.
I
The
agree.
neglect,
Mm-hmm.
abandonment, the blood. She said herself, "I wish I can take away some of the things in their memory that I've done to them." And I understand she's taking accountability for her actions. But
Mhm.
when that person, Devin, said that little thing up in the air and said, "Stop blaming her," you don't know, he took it too. No, he did not. When you are under a seizure, and he's not under a regular seizure, he's a grand mal seizure. He goes
Mhm.
unconscious and everything. And she's over here waking him up. When you have a seizure, your body, the only thing it wants to do is sleep. It has to regroup, or your body uses every single cell, every single muscle, because it's been deactivated, your neuron. So
Right.
his body needs to sleep. He just ran a marathon in that 2 minutes that he went through that. she's waking him up. She's not waking him up. She's pouring something like the doctor said into his mouth. If someone can clip that video and just send it to the doctors that are administering his healthcare at this point, they'll know what kind of trauma he's been through. We don't know. When you have a seizure, it makes bigger holes in your head. God only knows what he's gone through, what kind of damage he has. You know, I do pray for this man every single day. I think at the end of the day, he was talking to some doctor. He asked her for a sandwich. I don't know. She didn't give him a sandwich. This man was crying for help. Guys are different. They don't cry. They get frustrated. They get angry. He's like, I want to eat. I don't have money to buy a sandwich. My heart broke. I wish he could have went somewhere to a shelter to eat something, or go into the deli and say, can I have a sandwich? I'm hungry. They would have given him a sandwich. But men have that pride thing, with erections, they're never lost, even though they're lost and stuff.
So true. It's so true.
Yeah.
But this woman, just by her actions of being a mother, and I cannot judge anyone. No one is put on this earth to judge. Just on her actions of what she's done to her children. I'm not talking about Bonnie. That's a whole different story. She should be in jail. And I'm not talking about jail. I'm talking about a mental institution. So she can be evaluated and taught of what her wrongs are. She took her kids out of school for her own benefit. So she doesn't have to drop them off. Just, the routine. You drop them off, you pick them up, you make sure they have breakfast, you're up with them early, you never have a day off. And no, she took them out. She goes to the park at 12 midnight. They go to sleep at 11, 1 o'clock in the morning. That's neglect. That's social neglect for the children. At every video she posts every day, you don't see the kids. It's really, really bad. And I don't think her husband, I'm not saying he doesn't know anything, but he needs to speak to some kind of attorney. And I've only funded Letitia, to be honest with you. I don't know about everyone else. But he needs to speak with someone and get these kids some blood tests, because I believe she didn't go to court so she can wean off it, especially her daughter. She said her daughter lost 30 pounds.
Well, this is the thing, Dre says she doesn't like to go to doctors or anything. Have the kids had a wellness check from their pediatrician? Do they have a pediatrician?
Yeah, they probably don't, because that's why they don't go to school.
Exactly. Smart cookie, because the school will let you know have they gotten up their shots. If not, there's laws. We live in the land of the law. We live in the land of the law. There are facts to be. The kids' welfare is top priority. We don't care, because when you go to a pediatrician with your kid, the doctor will tell you, I'm an advocate for your child, even though you are the parent. It's true.
I'm an educator, and I know exactly what you have to, what vaccines you have to get, what you have to do. And I don't think she's qualified to even remotely teach these kids what to do or how to act or how to teach them at all. She just doesn't care. She just wants to teach them her pathway of what she believes in, not giving them a chance to really see what friendship is and what a community is and having friends. And it's awful.
Yeah.
It's abuse. I'll be
It is.
honest. It's abuse when you do that to children.
Absolutely.
And I believe in that state, the judge can have an injunction where he has to say, welfare check. The kids need to be checked by a physician. She has to bring them in. And I don't know about Jehovah's Witness, but could they get, if her husband or her ex-husband says, my kids, I believe, are under the influence, and she's giving them to minors, she can go to jail if they have that stream in their blood. And it can happen. The judge can turn around like he did for Laura Vallow. He had to go all the way to Hawaii to find her and bring her back, arrested her, did not allow her to leave. These kids are very important to me because their father is on. I'll be honest with you. I don't, after, I was praying, and I was like, when the mother said, he opened his eyes, I said, oh my God, Marissa's words, open your eyes, open your eyes. But when you had that other lady come on and talks about her daughter, how her daughter is, alive, but, she twitches and she does this. I was like, all my hope was just seeped out of my soul and I started crying. I was like, is this the ending of this? You know, because we are so for this woman and this family. And I don't think no one would ever have had any eyes on this case if it was not for you and Marissa. And I thank God that you guys opened your homes and your hearts and your time and your energy and your emotions to this whole.
Thank you. It's very kind.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You guys brought so much attention to this case that I don't think would have ever gotten it.
Well, nobody would talk about it. You know, nobody would talk about it. And I was like,
because it's scary. I'll be honest with you. It's a
Yeah.
scary topic.
It is. It
And
is a
Justin,
scary
with all due respect, I don't know that lady's name who cut the rope. Oh, I didn't see that part. But if you tell her to, could she tie the rope to like a stack of potatoes or a tire and then cut it? You'll see it
Well,
fray.
I'm
Because
working
there's
on
weight on it.
something now that with
Not to put weight
cinder
on it.
blocks, with cinder blocks and a rope
There you
and
go.
that building.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'm working on it. So hopefully we'll I'm just waiting
But
to
my
get
question is,
my
why
tripod.
hasn't the my question is, Justin, and I don't know if you know his number, but if you can reach out to him and just send him clips. All he needs is the clips of his daughter taking that kratom and says to the judge, look at my daughter is in harm's way. He will give an injunction.
Yeah.
To get those clips. He will, like, within 24 hours. How
Well,
he hasn't.
but this is the thing. I mean, if CPS has already been there,
I don't think they
and
know of the video. I
but
think they think it's hearsay.
no, I think that they've seen it. I'm sure
And
that
let me
they've
just tell you, if CPS knows about it and they went there knowing and watched this video, they feel this father, and he can sue Child Protective Services. Because let me just tell you, it wouldn't be the first time, and it's not going to be the last time that kids go undetected, and unfortunately, things happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've had plenty of children in my own care that weren't bathed, that, you know, we did projects with the day before or a couple days before. Excuse me. And this child didn't even take a bath because they still had, you know, marker on their hands or paint. And it's like, how do you allow this to continuously happen? And you see the parents who are clearly drug addicts with the track marks and everything, and they get away with it. It's amazing to me, because I couldn't imagine, like, I'm a mother of 5 and I could not imagine doing anything like that to my children. I mean, it's just like I had so much trouble getting pregnant with my kids, and
yeah,
they're my miracles.
yeah, and I do want to say, yes, this was going on in chat. Homeschooling can be wonderful for some families. That's not what we're saying, but it can also be an abuser's
Playground.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it just depends upon the family. If you do it right, you know, and you still
Of
have the
course.
kids socialized with other homeschooling and everything, God bless you. You know, my kids, they go to a private school. You know, my kids are not in a normal public school, right? But you know, everybody has their whatever works best for their family.
I
But
know, but they need
if
their
it is, if you know, I mean, Dre has a full-time schedule, and it's mainly about herself.
Yeah.
And you know, Vaughn is doing what he can, but you know, with him having seizures all the time, being sick all the time, still trying to take care of the kids and clean the house, you know, and his own mental health, how can they be doing it right?
Yeah, exactly. And I don't understand how the whole process works, like how you are able to homeschool your own children without some kind of proof. Because I know the state that I live in, we do a lot of standardized testing. So do
Yeah,
they do that there? I'm not sure.
you're right. They do. They do.
Yeah.
They should have that there. But I also wanted to bring up a really good point when she said that there was blood coming out of his mouth. Normally, when you have a grand mal seizure, you bite your tongue if you're being moved and not lifted on a side, because you're supposed to turn the person to the side, and he must have bit his tongue. And I believe that cop lady, Jane Doe number 5, when she said those marks are not, they look like she dragged them. And who knows about the little girl? I don't know. I can't say anything, but she's a cop and she said that. And when you have a seizure and it's uncontrollable and you're being moved around, like choked or something, you will bleed from your mouth and your nose.
I remember when I was in college, I was in community college, and there was a girl who had a seizure in our class, and we all had to evacuate, and the ambulance had to come, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen. And I couldn't imagine sitting there and not calling 911, especially if he had 7 or 8 seizures. It's crazy to me.
I think he would have been fine just having the first one.
Yeah.
She physically wakes him up. I know, because I've seen someone have it, and the first thing they do is they wake up and they don't know who they are. They don't even know who you are for a minute or two, because they have to start connecting everything in the brain. And then it'll come back to them in 5 minutes or so. But the first thing they say is, I just want to go to sleep. They're
exhausted. It's a marathon on a marathon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tracy makes an excellent point. Weird that Vaughn got seizures after he got out of the military. That's an excellent point, and you would think that he would have gotten out of the military for having seizures, right?
Right.
But it wasn't. It was his
leg
knee,
or hip or
his
something.
leg or his knee. Yes, one of the two. And Lori makes an excellent point here. She said Slay University is her schooling for the kids.
She's going to be teaching that to different folk her own age in due time. Because
The only
God
thing
does not
she's teaching them is the art of social media. That's the only thing she's teaching them.
Exactly. Or the use of a knife, because that knife in her hand is terrifying every time I see it. I'm like, I could never imagine being around my children with a knife like that.
Yes.
I think she has, is that me? I don't know. Maybe you can correct me. Man-child's disease or something. When someone goes and says, oh, look at me, poor me. Look, yeah, Man-child's. I knew it was something with it.
Oh, she definitely has that. I mean, she has every single clue of
under the
having
sun,
that.
she checks so many boxes.
In my opinion, yes, of course.
She checks off so many boxes under the sun, and I'm just like, she's doing that for that. Well, how you say,
Munchausen.
Munchausen. She's doing that because when she's like, look, she puts it in frame, and she's like, look what I have to go through. Here we go again. Let me wake him up because I do need to have him have another one. Let me put something in his mouth so he can't breathe. It's ridiculous. You don't do that. Seizure.
But guys, I've got to go soon, so I'm going to wrap it up.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Thank you all for coming up. You're welcome to come up anytime.
Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you, and
Appreciate
thank you guys for doing everything you do. I truly appreciate it, and I honestly hope that he wakes up and is able to function again and tell us a story that we don't even know about.
That's right. Amen.
Jasmine, I'm going to send you something tomorrow for you and the boys. Make sure you use it for you and the boys. I'm going to send it in the morning.
Thank you, love. You're very kind.
Love you. I'm over here from New York. I love you. I'll talk to you. And for you and the boys, do not give it out, because you and Marissa, you get stuff and you're like, we're giving it away. I do not want you to do that.
Okay. I promise.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming up. You're very sweet. It was a good conversation. Guys, I've been on here almost 4 hours, and my bladder is about to, my eyes are going to start floating at any moment. So thank you all. God bless you. I appreciate all of you. Tomorrow, I'll be live at some point. I'm going to be talking about a couple more cases. Horrible with children. It's terrible. So we'll be talking about that. And tomorrow we will be at Molly Go Lightly's. And we will see y'all over there sometimes tomorrow evening. God bless each and every one of you guys. Thank you for everything. Justice for Vaughn. Good night.